It's a late night ride down these YouTube streets where the grifters are scamming and the bullshit repeats. Betty's outside with her bullhorn loud, creeping on parents, yeah, she's making them proud. Brittany J's nodding off midstream, drooling on her mic while she chases a dream. And the green team's back with a Photoshop lies, crop paste filter, now the kid's alive. Oh wait, who's that cutting through the static? J is for justice, bringing facts, no dramatics. Her cooters are loyal, her mods don't play. Try to fuck around, you'll get banned today. Oh, Jay and the cooters run this town, while the tragedy pimps just beg and clown. They twist the truth, they fake receipts, while Jay's bringing justice. No tricks, no cheats, oh, don't fuck with the mods tonight. Betty's outside trying to bang on doors, while her chat drops cash like a broke-ass tour. She's screaming about justice, but where's that cash? Oh, right in her pocket, y'all got finesse fast. Brittany J's got a streaming mid-spin, somebody wake her up, she passed out again. Green team's out here with the fake-ass pics, turning missing kids into AI trench. Jay's got the cooters holding it down, no clickbait, here just facts all around her mods. All the real ones blocking the trash, no trolls allowed, get the fuck out fast. Oh, Jay and the cooters run this town, while the tragedy pimps just beg and clown. They twist the truth, they fake receipts, while Jay's bringing justice. No tricks, no cheats, oh, don't fuck with the mods tonight. Hush, little grifter, don't say a word. Jay's got the truth and your scam's been heard. And if the green team tries one more trick, we'll call their bluff, make them vanish quick. Betty's stalking, call the cops, Brittany's sleeping. Someone stop green team lying, expose that fraud. Jay and her mods goddamn are strong. So round and round the scammers go, begging for cash with a stolen show. But Jay and the cooters, they're built to last, bringing the truth while these fools grift fast. And the circus goes on. Oh, Jay and the cooters run this town, while the tragedy pimps just beg and clown. They twist the truth, they fake receipts, while Jay's bringing justice. No tricks, no cheats, oh, don't fuck with the mods tonight.
Me of planting pants that I found. Get the hell out of here.
Well, good morning, everybody except Warren. Welcome back to Everyday with Jay. Thank you guys for waiting. I know I was a little late this morning. I was on the phone. So thank you guys for not leaving me high and dry. It's good to see you guys. Happy hump day. It is exactly 11:11 a.m. Make a wish. Make a wish. I know Lauren probably wants to make lots of wishes to get herself out of this mess she's in. Put a 1 in chat if you guys listened to Kresha yesterday. Put a 1 in chat if you listened to Kresha yesterday. It was amazing. She walked us through a lot of things that she went through. She's slowly getting this stuff out. Yes, lots of ones. Awesome. Awesome. So yeah, it looks like Hidden True Crime is down to what? 317? Is that what we're looking at? Holy. It seems like not a lot, but when you consider that the stats said that her 21% of her audience, I believe, is viewers. So you've lost 3,000 of your 21% of 321,000 subscribers, right? Hey, Beth Warren, good to see you. Hang on, I'm just getting our chat pulled up. Wow, a lot of unsubscribers in this chat right now. That's crazy. Let's not miss a beat. We're going to finish this Annie Elise and Lauren, and then I have not looked at the dislike rate. I don't know how to do that. How do you do that? Turtle Boys Live has 44,000 views. People are watching. People are interested. People want to know what's going on. And that's why we're covering this. It's for no other reason other than to get the truth out there because people want to know. So I thank you guys for being here. You're an unhidden gem. Wow. Web Sleuth's title was Catfish last night. More like clickbait. But I'll give you one, Trisha. I'll give you one, Trisha. You got us on that one. Oh, that's what I was going to enter with. Fuck. I had a grand entrance that I was going to start this stream with, and my phone call threw me all off. It threw me all off. Damn it. Okay. So we're going to start over a little bit. I was going to actually just start the stream with this. So this is what we're going to do. Then we're going to get right into it, guys. Here we go. Lauren the musical. This is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Enjoy. Thank you, Olip.
Hey, everyone.
I've never been more nervous or alive in my entire life. And I've done a lot of lives. And this is not a lie or a show that I ever wanted to do or ever thought I would have to do.
Look at John's tongue.
And this has been ongoing for months, what I have been dealing with. This is not drama. Hidden True Crime doesn't get involved in drama. We stay very clear from that, and those of you that know us know that. So I hope that nobody calls this drama ever again. In fact, it's so real life, what has been going on with my family and with me for months, that I decided to go to where I felt would protect me. And that was the courts and legal. And I filed a civil stalking injunction. Somehow someone decided to let Law and Crime know about my civil stalking injunction. Law and Crime decided that they deserve to have cameras in the courtroom while I am explaining what my family has been going through for months. That Law and Crime, I don't know, is it a slow true crime month? They thought that my family's pain should be live streamed on their trial channel. I am a limited public figure. I'm just a mom who has a YouTube channel. I'm not Johnny Depp, I'm not Amber Heard, I'm not Gwyneth Paltrow. I am a mother trying to protect my family, and I am a journalist who has never ever in my life heard of anyone had to dismiss my civil
Law and
stalking
crime.
injunction. And I find it disgusting that anyone would want to do that to me or my family. I wanted to keep this private. I wanted to keep my pain and the bullying and the abuse and the harassment and the defamation and the pain that I have been dealing with behind the scenes for months. I wanted to keep it private, not live stream to millions of people watching war and cry. I'm gonna take back my narrative, and I'm gonna own my narrative, and I'm gonna tell you everything tonight. We're gonna go through every filing, we're gonna go through a lot. My hand has been forced, I am very uncomfortable sitting here. Do you wanna know wrath of a mother? I am a limited public figure. I'm just a mom who has a YouTube channel. I'm not Johnny Depp, I'm not Amber Heard, I'm not Gwyneth Paltrow. I am a mother trying to protect my family, and I am a journalist who has never ever in my life heard of anyone streaming a civil stalking injunction. Do you want to know wrath of a mother?
Here I am.
But you always watch one crime. Can we just call her Warren? Warren. Instead of Lauren. Warren. Warren. One crime. I did not expect to have a cameo in in the musical, but I did. You guys, Olive, you guys share Olive's link if you can, moderators. Olive is awesome. And that thing needs to go viral. She's already got almost 5,000 views on it. It really needs to spread. Thank you, Melissa B. She just put it in there. Can we just call her Warren? Because one crime.
The lawn crime.
Oh, man. Hey, Nunya Business. Hey, Robat. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. So we're going to leave off, or we're going to start out where we left off yesterday. And we left off yesterday during the midst of Annie and Lauren. So we're going to finish this up. Then we're going to get into the juicy scoop. We're going to talk about that. And then we're going to get into some Colby Ryan. So stay tuned. It's going to be a full show. Get your snacks, get your coffee, whatever your vices are, your smokes, your chewing tobacco. I guess the unhidden gems would not do chewing tobacco. They are very classy people. All right, here we go.
You know, I hate that guy. I hate that guy.
How about this?
They're talking about John Pryor here.
This is true. This is true. I genuinely don't know who the third person is. I have my suspicions. And so maybe it's John Pryor. Maybe it's John Pryor. So
Will you text me after this and tell me?
So she thinks John Pryor, let me go back a little bit because you might forget the context. She said that she thinks there's a third. Yeah, your lozengers, LA. Those are important. Nicorette, there you go. She thinks that John Pryor could be going between Chad and Lori and delivering messages. That's what she's talking about. Not as much fun as the Bajingo. I know, but we got to mix it up.
You know, I hate that guy.
Maybe.
I hate that guy.
How about this? This is true. This is true. I genuinely don't know who the third person is. I have my suspicions. And so maybe it's John Pryor. Maybe it's John Pryor. So
Will you text me after this and tell me?
No, I really don't know. I'm being dead serious. This isn't even like, here's what's crossed my mind. John Pryor did not cross my mind. I was like, maybe. Emma kind of crossed my mind.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'm being so serious, Annie. I don't know. So like you saying John Pryor, I was like, oh, maybe that's it. But yeah, a good source hinted at them communicating through a third party. And she is committed to Chad Daybell. What do you think about that, by the way? Do you think she really is this just like is this just to like save face, or is she madly and deeply in love?
I think that. I think she's in love. I think she's disturbed. I think she's so delusional, because at first I thought, okay, even at her last trial, like, she's going to have to go down swinging. She's going to have to, like, you know, really sell the
We're going to talk about that entrance, because I have some questions about that.
bit hard, that she was that she believed this, that she truly thought all of this was real, even if she doesn't anymore. And I also had thought that maybe she and Chad would flip on each other at some point when they realized how high the stakes were. And when they didn't, and then especially seeing the Dateline interview recently,
See, I think Annie actually does follow the crimes and listen. I got to give her that. Like, she at least follows the shit. She's not reading a script. She knows it from her memory, in my opinion.
Her behavior and what she was saying, I was like, no, I really think she believes this. I think that
April 5th.
I don't know what kind of imbalance is happening, or if it's just the delusional disorder or what, but I truly think that she believes it. And that's a very scary place to be in, mentally, physically, anywhere in that proximity, because that to me is somebody who is very dangerous and capable of who knows what.
I agree with you. It's a reason she needs to be locked up forever. It would increase her risk. Her risk factor goes up, according to what, John does. Like,
John,
he assesses risk. Like, can someone go out on parole?
According to what John does, he assesses risk. Wow. So profound, Lauren. So fucking profound.
John does. Like, he assesses risk. Like,
wow. He assesses risk. Are whose videos? I think Annie Elise's podcasts are scripted.
According to what, John does, like, he assesses risk. Like, can someone go out on parole? Can someone, not that she's a convicted murderer, but like, my point is what John does, my husband, is assess risk. And her risk is through the roof because of believing in those.
Is that John's assessment? Her risk is through the roof. According to my books that I read, her risk factor is through the roof.
Extreme beliefs. Like, what? So going back to your question, would she kill again? Yeah, she would kill again if she needed to. If she was confronted with a mission where she needed to kill again, then she would. So you saw the Dateline episode. That was pretty wild. Have you watched Colby's interview with his mom at all yet? Have you seen or heard of that?
The one from a couple months ago? I did. Yeah.
The thing that got me
well, JR, if that's the case, and I'm going to acknowledge you, if I don't know if she exposed a phone number, but that's not a legitimate reason for a copyright strike. That would be a privacy complaint to YouTube asking for that portion to be removed from the stream. She's dirty, JR. She's dirty no matter how you slice it. She's misusing and reporting things because it's Crusha.
The most there is, you remember how you said I thought that they would blame everything on Alex, and I thought, yeah, I did too. Like, isn't that what a fall guy is, right? Like, okay, great, you've got a fall guy and he's dead. I mean, talk about like your perfect scapegoat. And yet she doesn't go that direction. She blames everything on Tylee.
When I heard her double down on that, like in more of like the recent interviews, I can't even tell you, Lauren, how angry I was. Like, if I thought I had rage with Casey Anthony, I mean, when I heard that, it's like, you're now not only going to, like, you were convicted of murdering your children, and now you're going to say that your own daughter killed JJ in such a way, and you're going to just like shit on her memory, her legacy, everything. It's like, how evil can one person be? You can't even call her a mother. You truly cannot, because there is not a single ounce of motherhood or mother instinct inside of her. I don't think so. It's just, I can't imagine how you can do that at all. Sleep at night, it's just, I don't even have the words for it. It just enrages me so much.
Completely agree. It's the most appalling thing. Once someone's convicted of a crime Everybody wants to know, are they going to have remorse? You know, when Ruby Frankie and Jody Hildebrandt were sentenced, that's the thing. Do they have remorse? What's the way you could have the least amount of remorse, like negative amounts of remorse, blaming everything on the child that you murdered? So I agree.
The child victim, like, yeah, what are you even doing?
It's
Ugh.
yeah, if you want to know just how demented, you know, and so to think that this woman is about to represent herself, it's just wild in court. And you know what else got me in the interview with Colby was when she said to Colby, losing you, Colby, has been the hardest thing for me. It was horrible to say to Colby because it's so manipulative and it's a guilt trip on him.
Hey, Harley.
Because he's needed to obviously leave his mother alone to even like function in life. But then to say that again after you've murdered your two children, Tylee and JJ aren't even here. You're blaming the murders on your dead child, and you're saying to your child that's still alive, but you're my hardest loss. I mean, I when you think it couldn't get worse with her, it just gets worse.
That's how we feel about you. Isn't it rich, Carla? I happen to love tattoos. I have several myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunately another name, I guess, that we could throw into that mix of people down the road that might have been in her way. That if she was willing to kill Tylee and JJ, why not Colby? If something ever happened and he got in the way or started asking questions, I don't think that there were any limitations with her.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, going back to that question, like now that you've like asked that a long time ago, we keep talking, would she kill again? Absolutely. Absolutely. It's wild. I do want to say this too. You know, I went to her first trial and I kind of sat by the jury. I never really made eye contact with her or anything. Like, I don't even know if she would know I was there, even though I attended every day.
See, I wonder too, like, how did these two get connected? How do all these creators get connected behind the scenes and switch up their fucking producers? How do their producers even know each other? Like, that's so weird. I don't know if Annie's Mormon. There's been no proof of that.
Okay. But in this courtroom, it's a little bit bigger and you can see a little bit more. And there aren't that many people there for jury duty. Not jury duty, excuse me, jury selection, voir dire. And so we have made eye contact. I try to look away quickly so nobody thinks I'm like trying to communicate with her. Like if it happens, I'm like, I kind of look. But I'll just say this, Annie, like if looks could kill. Like, I don't know. I've never said that before about someone because I feel like that's so cliche to be like, oh, their look, or you know what I mean? They were so evil and they looked at me and I could feel, I'm like, eh.
What the fuck, Lauren?
Their look, or you know what I mean? They were so evil and they looked at me and I could feel, I'm like, eh.
I probably would be able to feel the evilness if I was in the same room with Lori. I could see it through the damn TV.
I've never said that before about someone because I feel like that's so cliche to be like, oh, their look, or you know what I mean? They were so evil and they looked at me and I could feel, I'm like, eh. But it was chilling. And somebody else was in the courtroom too. And when I was turned around, they said that she kept looking and they're like, yeah, if looks could kill. Like there's just something diabolical about her.
I believe it. I think that she has one of those looks, and it's anybody who is capable of such destruction and so callously so, I think they do have one of those looks where it's like, it's just piercing and it's almost like you can feel yourself disintegrate a little bit because it's just true evil looking back at you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well said. And I think maybe that's it too, is I don't always go to the whole just calling people evil thing. It's like not my jam, but like in this situation, 5.5 years later, still trying to process this, I think that maybe that's the best word to use. Like I've like that. There's my conclusion. You know, it's just been wild.
Hey,
what do you? She's wearing a stun belt for trial. She does not want to be wearing the stun belt. She is very upset. She argued it in court, but she's wearing.
Flo, Thank you, Flo, for your super chat. She said, Warren, does your face hurt? Because it's killing us. Flo Bo. Thank you for your super chat. You guys are funny.
Wearing it. And she doesn't have shackles or anything. And it's like I said, she can get kind of manic, or at least she's shown that.
So can
any
you.
thoughts about what might happen in court, or what? Have you been thinking about that at all?
I definitely think that, and I kind of said this a little bit earlier, but I think that she'll definitely come at it from a self-righteous angle. I just think that there's no other option for her. That's just what her MO is. And I would be very shocked if she testifies. At first I thought,
You know, Pines, that's a really interesting statement. As far as religious organizations buying media, Nonsense actually showed us an article where the LDS reached out to YouTubers to pay them. And the LDS pays these YouTubers.
you know what? Maybe she will. We know she loves to talk. We know she thinks that she can pull one over and manipulate people. But then I really started thinking about it. And again, going back to the Keith interview on Dateline, I was like, if she gets put up there and they're asking the hard questions on cross or whatever is going on, she's not going to be able to evade the questions like she did with Keith, where she was just like, really, Keith, what do you know? Do you really? Do you know that? Like, she can't do that. She's going to be forced under oath. Yes or no, answer this question. And I think she knows that. And I think she doesn't want to be boxed in like that. So I would be shocked if she testifies, but I don't know. I mean, I guess we've seen crazier things happen. What do you think?
I don't know. She sort of hinted, I thought she would be testifying, but she sort of hinted at during jury selection with the questions she asked the potential jurors that she wouldn't be testifying, because she said, if I don't tell my side and the state doesn't meet their burden of proof, she did say that the jurors' jobs is to protect her from the state. And the judge was like, yeah, no, their job is not to protect you. But
hey, Parawoman Radio. It's good to see you. I enjoyed your live stream this morning. If you guys are not subbed up to Parawoman Radio, she is also covering this topic very fairly.
Nonetheless, she said, if I don't share my side, meaning her testimony, and the state doesn't prove, their burden, would you guys be willing to, say that I'm innocent? That was like one of the big questions that she was asking the jurors. So that was the first moment of like, oh, maybe she won't testify. She didn't testify in her first trial, although she gave a hell of a sentencing speech that we'll never forget. So I don't know. So. This is interesting, though. I don't know if you heard, but I've never seen a jury like this. So the 16 jurors, 12 jurors for alternate, 3 of them are female, just 3. Mm-hmm. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? I feel like it could go either way.
I kind of think that's good. I think it's good. I mean, I think it kind of lessens the opportunity for there to be, not that I think any mother would or female would identify with her necessarily, but if there were more women and who had been cheated on in the past and were there was wrongdoing on their partner and they felt like they had been slighted in any sort of way, I could see where there would be more room for people to identify with her a little bit. So
that's okay. A good point. That's a good point. No, at first people think, oh, she is just going to try to manipulate these men, right? Because that's like her MO, is just like being flirty and manipulating men.
Is that your MO too, Lauren? That's kind of rich.
These men, right? Because that's like her MO, is just like being flirty and manipulating men. But then I've pointed out, I'm like, but the victim in this case, Charles Vallow, is a male. I mean, they're going to connect to him, right? So yeah, it'll be.
And not for nothing, but and this could be totally off base. I'm just thinking through it, but because I'm obviously not a man, but thinking from a man's point of view, if the victim is a man and she's telling this whole sob story about an affair and how he wronged her and all of these things, not that he would side with the guy, obviously, but I don't know that a man would have a ton of sympathy for a woman in that situation, maybe. But I think that it would be arguably more so if she were trying to manipulate them like through her looks and her wit and like doing that, which we know her looks are gone after the first trial for the most part. And like, I don't know. I don't think that if that's her strategy, I do not think that she thought it through.
Right. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. Thank you for just like seriously just talking this out with me as a friend.
You think
I
so,
appreciate
Kylie?
it. True Crime Bestie. True Crime Bestie is what you say your channel. I feel that. So thank you. I was like, I just need to like talk this out.
Oh, they're true crime besties now. They made a connection. Good morning, everybody just joining. I got a little surprise for you in just a second. We're going to go back in time with Annie Leese,
who understands me right now and can like process this. Tell us, Annie, where we can find you, where we can listen to your podcasts, and where we can go for the latest, what you're up to.
So Serialously is available on all podcast platforms. New episodes come out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then 10 to Life on YouTube, deep dives every week. And yeah, as far as what we're up to, not much. Still just kind of doing the same thing over here. I will be going on tour again. I just found out starting in June. So, I'm going to hit you up for that so that you can come join me. It'll be a little bit bigger this time. But other than that, same old, same old.
She tours. Do people actually show up for what does she do on a tour? Like, what is a true crime podcast or tour for? What do they do? I've never heard of that before. Like, I've never seen a true crime creator like coming to my town. The hillbillies are coming in. Oh shit. I love when the hillbillies join.
Awesome. I will be there. And yes, I joined Annie when you had a tour, and I joined you in Salt Lake City, and that was so fun. So I'll absolutely be up for it again.
Yeah, I tried to find that episode too, and it doesn't seem to be anywhere. If you could find that episode, it's code for vacation. If you can find that episode where she joined her for her live tour, I'd love to see it. I think it was October of 2024.
Congrats on your second tour.
This is in April, what we're watching right now.
You're welcome. All right, Annie, thank you so much for being here, and we'll be talking soon again.
Awesome. Thanks so much for having me.
Okay, so we got through that one. Thank God. Now I have a little treat for you. We're going to go on a little history lesson. Let's get in the Cooter of DeVille and go back in time. This is one of Annie Elise's very first live streams that I can find on her channel. This is from July 20th of 2020. And I think that someone said the hillbillies are coming in. Are they here yet? Let me know when the hillbillies get here. So she's going to tell us a little bit about herself back then. She's wearing like a tube top. You guys ready? Oh, wait, hold on. No sound.
Do you have a background in criminal justice? I don't. I've been involved and as a hobby in true crime for literally as long as I can remember. My sister and I are both really into true crime. We watch Dateline. We watch 2020, the whole thing. I'm in the fashion industry. I went to school for journalism, which who thought I was going to do sports journalism? I don't know why. And while I was doing that, I was working in the fashion industry on the operational side and then on the buying side. And now I am a trend forecaster for a company.
So you can see 5 years ago, she was in the fashion industry. This is Annie Elise. We just watched her with Lauren. Oh, the hillbillies are here? Ah, shit. I love it when y'all join. Gives me an excuse to play that song. Can we get some banjos up in chat for the hillbillies joining us? Thank you, Belinda.
And that is my 9 to 5. This is purely a hobby. So let's see.
So did you hear that? That's 5 years ago. This is 2020. Belinda. That's what she did. She was going to be a sportscaster. She went to school for journalism, but here she is.
To just navigate what the best way to do that is going to be. Do you have a background in criminal justice? I don't. I've been involved and like as a hobby in true crime for literally as long as I can remember. My sister and I are both really into true crime. We watch Dateline, we watch 2020, the whole thing. I'm in the fashion industry. I went to school for journalism, which who thought I was going to do sports journalism? I don't know why. And while I was doing that, I was working in the fashion industry on the operational side and then on the buying side. And now I am a trend forecaster for a company. And that is my 9 to 5. This is purely a hobby. So let's see. I need some mods. Okay, so I need some moderators apparently. Maybe on my next one I can designate a few people. I'm not very good at all this. I'm not familiar enough. Let's see.
Aw, Pippi, thank you.
Sorry, TikTok. I see that you're asking questions and you're saying, where is she answering these questions? I'm on YouTube Live and reading the YouTube Live, which is, if you want to go to that, it's 10 to life. That's where I'm trying to filter through everything.
Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys just a clip from that. She is very pretty, but this is how she got her beginning. It's always interesting to go back to a creator's beginning to see where they came from. You know what I mean? So let's go to the juicy scoop and let's hear about this whole shit show on Reddit.
One of the girls upstairs was the target, which I don't know
And
if I should
wasn't
say
that
though.
the girl, like, wasn't there, she worked at a Greek restaurant?
That's how he first was taught that to him or any of the victims, which was in bed,
Right.
came downstairs.
I do too. She
did
had
Hold on, they're talking about Koberger. Hold on.
I didn't. I know we were getting along. Like, this is, and I was on trial. Like, I would want
Who is this lady? Who is Heather McDonald? Do you guys know who she is?
to go on the stand and be like, I did not do this. I want to shout it from the rooftops. Of course, you got to believe your attorneys to say it might be better that you don't.
Right.
But I always think that's like such a weird thing, because if you
have
comedian?
conviction in it, why not take the stand? I think it's because if there's a very talented opposing attorney,
Right.
it's like they can just
They can
eviscerate
twist you up, yeah.
And it can go really
and then
poorly.
also you can look, because you're so emphatic, you can look insensitive, or your tears could be fake, or there's all these things that you can also, someone could also pick apart. But with her, I mean, this story was just insanity. So I could see why she was like, but did she ever take the stand on herself?
She didn't, and she doubled down. She still is doubling down with her story that she didn't do it. In the most recent Dateline interview, she tried to blame. She
Maybe
said
the-
Tylee. The most recent Dateline tried
All right,
to
now we're
blame
on Lori.
JJ's death on Tylee, her daughter. And she's just sick.
She said that maybe
She said Tylee
Wait.
did it.
Who passed out on stage? This chick or Annie Elise? And what are you talking about, Robat? She called the cops. Chelsea lately. Yeah, I've never watched that stuff. She was a comedian. Okay. Now she's talking true crime. All right.
she did
Yeah.
To the little boy.
hmm Which is like, just let your daughter rest in peace. Like, now you're trying to just like destroy her memory and her legacy. She's awful. And a friend of mine was actually covering this trial the entire time it was happening. And I was talking with her this morning a little bit. And she said that the jurors yesterday, once the verdict was announced, they didn't know about Tylee. They didn't know about JJ. They didn't know about Chad's wife, Tammy, because none of that was introduced in this, because it's something completely separate. So they would then found out after the trial had concluded that she had been convicted of killing her kids and that Tammy was dead as well. And she
Well, I mean, let's face it. Annie hasn't had to change her face because she's still fucking young. She's still young. How old is Annie? In her 30s? Who needs work on their face in their 30s?
said that the jurors were so shaken up that one of them was physically shaking, which you can imagine at that point, they're all going home researching the case, like getting caught up with it.
Right.
But that had to be very jarring to learn all that. And then if I was thinking, when I heard that, I was like, if I was on the jury, even if I found her guilty, then hearing that after the fact, I would probably have such a pit in my stomach being like, thank God we got it right. Can you imagine if we like let this person go or had found her not guilty, and you learn all of these other things after the fact? It's just such a heavy responsibility.
In your opinion, how soon, if she doesn't already have some male pen pals writing her?
Oh, I'm sure she already does. I have some juicy scoop for you, actually.
Give it to me.
So, a girl who used to work for me, okay, in the true crime circuit, who went to these trials, I found out that she has been messaging with Lori, putting money on her books, pretending to be a Mormon herself, that she's like relating to her on all sorts of levels. I sent her to the first Lori trial, and I never knew any of this. And I just found this out maybe 2 weeks ago. I was so sick to my stomach. Like,
Me
I
too.
couldn't sleep. I was like, because she started messaging her while she was covering the first trial. And so I don't know if it was like she was fangirling over her or became so fixated she didn't realize like this is real life. She's not a celebrity, because you know how people are like obsessed with Chris Watson stuff too.
Right.
But full on started like a pen pal relationship with her.
So wait, this girl was working for you like with research and stuff? And so how had you already let her go before you found this out?
She left. Yeah, she left and works with another with a different news company.
A different news company. So I know people are saying it was Lindsay, but we have Grayson admitting that she worked for Annie and made the snark thing on Reddit. So Lindsay and Grayson both worked for her? This doesn't even make sense. I need to talk this through because, yeah, they're not a news company.
Creep town, dude.
Thank you for your super chat, TBs. Lauren tried to keep other creators down, but her sketchy behavior caused tons of people to subscribe to channels they didn't know about. Her bullshit is bringing people together, and I'm here for it. Thank you, and I am too. I appreciate all the new people. But I'm confused on how she was going to say another podcast, then she said news organization, or news company. So both of them, this is messy. Now, if I was a podcast host that needed producers, I would never commingle with people who have worked for others or work with them. Lamb Chop, you're one of what? One of the ones that left? Good to see you, Lamb Chop. I like your little picture, Lamb Chop. Look at Lamb Chop's picture. Grayson was the employee. Lindsay has always been a contractor. What's the difference? To be honest, I think Lindsay works for Banfield, the podcast where she told BK to shut the fuck up. And I think that is Lauren was referencing in her email. Hell no, I wouldn't hire no 24-year-old either. Too much drama. Last night, Turtle Boy said he emailed Kresha and tweeted K. Okay. I'm just confused about this.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think let her go before you found this out?
She left. Yeah, she left and works with another with a different news company.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it could be like a lesbian thing?
No. I think.
Do you think it could be a lesbian thing? What the fuck kind of question is that? Hidden True Crime is Hidden Media LLC. Thank you, Boston, Amy Boston. You think it's a lesbian thing? Love how this lady's mind went right there.
I think it's more.
Do you think it could be like a lesbian thing?
No. I think it's more of a fangirl type situation.
And just wanting to get close?
Yeah, and like,
and just being the one that's like, I'm the closest to this woman and all.
But she's not sharing it with anybody. That's what's so bizarre. She like.
Well, shit. Obviously, she's sharing it with someone. Whoops. Obviously, she's sharing it with someone. If you know about it. See, that's weird. Lindsay was only working for Lauren as a favor for 2 weeks. She recommended Grayson to Lauren.
News company.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it could be like a lesbian thing?
No. I think it's more of a fangirl type situation.
And just wanting to get close?
Yeah, and like.
And just being the one that's like, I'm the closest to this woman and all.
But she's not sharing it with anybody. That's what's so bizarre. she never told me that they were in contact, and this started while she was still working for me.
So how do you message someone?
They have
in
prison portals where it's almost like email.
Oh, but she didn't. But not to your knowledge, has she gone to visit in person?
Not to my knowledge.
And then she gives her money for like the noodles or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And like created a whole fictitious backstory of her own upbringing. She's not Mormon. She said she like did all of this research trying to relate.
Connect,
yeah. And just bizarre. So bizarre. And she was at this trial covering it too for the new company that she works for.
Crazy.
Which I'm like, do you not have any integrity? Like,
No.
And yeah.
Wow. So this was April 24th. Wow. So this was just weeks after Lauren and Annie did their live together. Okay. Grayson went to Delphi for Lauren. I thought that they met at Delphi. You guys think it was Grayson? So we're expected to believe that Grayson flew to Indiana all by her naive little self just to attend a trial? Yeah, Lindsay was there. That was when I think Lauren told Lindsay to get a hotel. Right, Lindsay? Hendrix? Jackie, welcome to Cooterville. Come on in and close your legs.
She says, "Welcome to Cooterville. Everybody close your leg. Everybody coming in, close your legs.
Close your legs.
I think that's why Lauren wanted Grayson. There is a lot more to this. Grayson came in Rabbit's chat raging at her for asking the question. I was dead. Grayson and Annie said it wasn't her on Rabbit's Live. However, Grayson did make the Reddit snark pages, admittedly by Annie Elise. But this was just a few weeks after Annie and Lauren did their live together.
It goes so beyond that too, because she has advocated to be an ally for the
Barbara.
two kids, that she has talked with some of the like the family members, Kay and Larry, and
The grandparents of the
the
little
grandparents.
boy.
Yes. Yeah, sorry, I think I said survivors. Meanwhile, she's messaging Lori and befriending her. It's so sick. It makes me sick.
I do think there's a lot of fangirling, with it. Why women, marry the Menendez brothers.
But why would it be any different? Like, if she's going to have Grayson creating snark pages, how do we know that Grayson wasn't the one writing Lori? We know Grayson left. No, Lindsay got that job with the other podcast, and didn't Lauren say take the job? And she did. Then Lauren said, you can't work for both of us. Goodbye. I think it was something like that. So you guys are all still confused on who the fuck it was, too. This didn't clarify shit.
Others and things like that. Okay, where do you land on the Menendez? Where are we now with the Menendez brothers and resentencing hearings and all of this?
So I believe they had a hearing last week, and now the next one is pushed to May, to where they will be resentenced.
Well, May's right around the corner.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah. So that's going to happen in May. I think that they'll be out, and to your point, they'll probably start a podcast. But yeah. I think they'll be out. I feel like now it's like so much time has been served that I don't know.
All right, I don't care about Menendez. But so I thought that maybe that could clear it up. Like, if Annie's admitting that Grayson made these snark pages as a business move, which is lame as fuck. I don't want my past to get out, so I'm going to make snark pages so people think they're already made. Lame. Well, maybe we'll learn more about that. Now I want to move into this, okay? Because I haven't seen it yet. And the date on this is very sus. So what we have here is What comes after justice? Colby Ryan's raw truth about surviving the Lori Vallow Daybell story. But what's interesting is this happened October 13th, 2025. I just think that if she's going to have her making snark pages, I'm not so sure that she didn't find out that she's the one writing to Lori. I don't know. But let's watch this because this one happened right before the 9-hour live. When did she do the 9-hour? On the 15th? No, Sushi, she said clearly that it's a business move. This is what these people do because they're sharing employees behind the scenes. Their secrets are getting out behind the scenes. They're doing everything behind the scenes and they don't want it to get out to the public. It's a PR move. So a snark page is just a page where people go and bitch about people they don't like. So like, let's say there was a J for Justice. Are you talking about me, Kate? Bringing another podcaster down? What are you talking about? Y'all, you guys throw me off with that bullshit. But anyways, they have these pages where, you know, you can go talk shit, rumors, etc., you know, just like anybody. But she got ahead of it and made one so that people would already thought it was made. What are you doing, Kate? Coming in here and heckling me for what? For reviewing shit? Anyways, yes, this is, so if you don't know who this is Colby Ryan. He's got his own podcast. He is the son of Lori Vallow or Lori Daybell. I'll show you his podcast if you haven't seen it. You guys can put the link in there. Hey, Grace, you can send me an email if you need to. But here, I'll show you guys his, he's got a pretty cool intro for his podcast. I'll show you. You ready? So it's called Colby J. Ryan. It's at Colby JRY. We'll take a look at a few of his intros from the last few days. So there's Colby Ryan's podcast. Let's see. I don't know what's with the intro, but it kind of cracks me up. He's got a hood on in this one. I kind of love it. I kind of love it. Here's another one. Look at, he's showing off the Dateline NBC hat. Check that out. Peacock in the house. Peacock. Hey, I got a Dateline NBC t-shirt when I went to, and I was on Dateline. Oh, man. Okay, let's go. See, it says Dateline. I got a t-shirt when I was on there. Is that what that is? The John Cena salute? It kind of cracks me up. Kind of makes me laugh. Did he do it here? Let's see. Nope. He doesn't do it for those ones. It must be a new intro, y'all. He really feels himself. I love it. Okay. So we're going to go back here again. This is October 13th. You can sub up. The link is in the chat. Here we go. This is Lauren, John, and Colby Ryan. Just 2 days. This came out. I don't know when they recorded it. They streamed it live, I guess. Huh. Was she at home then or together? Confused. This is the 13th. The Glarer said he's not covering this because other people are. Who gives a fuck what the Glarer thinks or what he does? Not I, said the Fly.
Hello, everyone. A couple things. Clearly, we have Colby J. Ryan with us tonight, and we're starting just a couple minutes late because we were all catching up and we were forgetting what time it was because Colby is it's a dear friend of ours. And Colby, it's so good to see you. Thanks for coming on live. We have so much to catch up on. And I love the new Colby J. Ryan sign above. This happened before we went live too. This was a great moment.
Oh.
I said, that is so great. John's going to be jealous. He wanted one of those. And you said, is it custom?
So were these gifts? Because Web Sleuth's got some new neon signs too. Did they send their dear friend the sign?
Right.
And Colby was like, no, they just had the Colby J. Ryan ones in stock.
He pulled out of one of the boxes at Walmart, right?
Yeah.
Just one of the stock Walmart.
They were just waiting for me.
Yeah. Right. Of course, I know they're custom because I considered getting one, but I was told I couldn't, so
Yeah.
I won't give you the details on that. But
Yeah. But yes, it's clearly custom. They didn't just have the Colby J. Ryan ones.
no,
Your set looks great. You said it was Kelsey.
See?
That good job, Kelsey. It looks great.
Oh, so Kelsey got it.
Your set
Yeah.
looks great.
Kelsey,
I
this
love
is
it.
the Kelsey influence right behind me. So
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
me. I want my shelf back there with all my nerd stuff on it, but
Yeah.
Yeah, Colby is Lori Daybell's son.
yeah, that was cool too.
Yeah. We've been in touch with Colby. Colby, like I mentioned, is a friend of ours, someone we truly care about. I know that you, Colby and John, particularly have a close relationship. One thing that I've been curious about, Colby, and I think John has too, is, and I think the true crime community in general is what?
No, you know what is mean, Kate Sullivan? You know what is mean and scary is Lauren's lies. That's what's mean and scary. You know what else is mean and scary and harassing? Getting cozy with victims. That, using victims for your podcast clicks and views. That is mean. Give me a fucking break. I'm sitting here on my YouTube channel sharing my thoughts. You don't like it? There's plenty of other channels that you can watch.
What happens after justice, right? After a trial, and yours wasn't with your family. You're a survivor of the most horrendous crimes of your mother and Chad Daybell. What happens after multiple trials? For you, it was 6 years, right? It was trial after trial after trial. You testifying at a lot of them and attending a lot of them and losing your entire family. I'm just going to say this. I'll never forget ever your victim impact statement at your, was it Chad's sentencing where you said, perhaps it was your mother's, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was Chad's. I lost my father. I am fatherless. I am brotherless. I am sisterless, and I am motherless.
Mm-hmm. That was at Chad's, by the way. Yeah,
it was at Chad's. I don't know if there's any better way to explain what you've survived than that sentence.
Yeah.
So you have shown strength and perseverance. I also want to say, from two outsiders looking in, covering your family's case, the perseverance you have shown in the face of tragedy has been remarkable. I admire you so much. I don't know many people that would be standing today. Not only that, but you have started your own YouTube channel and business where I've been listening to your podcast. I told you before we started, I really like it, where you just have conversations about things happening in this world, about where you are in life. We'll get to that in a little bit. You can follow Colby at Colby J. Ryan. His, what you've done in the face of adversity, I just want to say is remarkable. You recently spoke at CrimeCon and where I last saw you. But I think that's the question I have.
So I'm gonna have to. You went on for a little bit there. All good stuff.
I do that.
Listen, Kristen and Cars, we can talk about whoever we want to talk about. This is called free speech. Seems to me you belong at HTC. Maybe they'll start pumping out some content so you can watch them again. But I'm going to tell you right now, I have my own YouTube channel. I can talk about whoever I want to talk about. These people have re-victimized victims, not me. I don't know these people. I'm not emotionally attached to anybody. Yeah, it's horrible what Lori Daybell did. God, get a grip.
I'm gonna have to kind of pull out the question for you, Colby. I think the question, Lauren would phrase it differently than me, I think, but her question is what happens after justice occurs. I think for me, I would phrase it a little differently. I think the way I would put it is like, you and I met back in, gosh, when was it, 2021 on the Netflix? Was it 2020?
End of 2020, yeah.
2020.
Like November of 2020, the very end of it.
2020, yeah. I remember it was the fall. And so the way I kind of see it is in many ways you were on the stage, whether you liked it or not, right? You were put on the stage, you were in the limelight.
Whether you liked it or not.
For years, right? And so
why not throw you on the CrimeCon stage and complete the fucking package? Let's throw you on the CrimeCon stage for everyone to gawk at you.
I think part of my question, which I guess is similar to Lauren's, is like, I can't imagine that, right? Like you just being kind of hoisted into the public eye again, without consent, right? Against your will because of this crime. And then justice occurs.
Listen, Kate Sullivan, you're going to set me off today. Lauren had her free speech like a motherfucker for 9 motherfucking hours, Kate. She had 9 fucking hours of free speech. In the meantime, she's trying to squelch it from Christina, and you're in here trying to squelch mine.
Thankfully. But then the lights go down, right? The lights go down on the stage and people exit the stage. And like, what happens then?
That's a good question. I think the channel is a good reflection of what happens after is, let's go back to when we met. Like you said, everybody is watching you, regardless if you put yourself out there or not. And they're going to write a story or talk about you in some way. So back then, I wanted nothing really to do with it. I felt like my job was to tell my family's story through the best that I could. And I believed other people wanted to tell that story, right? Other outlets would tell the story that I thought was important, but really you find out that they have, their own angle, which it's media, right? What I learned was for people to understand what's gone through my life, I'd have to tell you. And so basically what I've tried to do with the channel is create a community of people who just can talk about real life in a very different way, not really necessarily in a very conventional, traditional way, but really open up about mental health, talk about what it's like to be a victim, and then what you can do to empower yourself past that. The life that I have now, something I actually spoke on today, was nothing about the justice is going to heal everything, right? Justice is definitely important. It's something that we needed and wanted, but there's still the same hole. You're still missing everything and everybody that you love, even after justice is served. So I think what life looks like now is, number one, for me as a dad, trying to be the best parent that I can, be the best husband that I can, and learn and grow, take care of my mental health so I can be a productive person and be the best dad and husband. And then on top of that, I think I've learned a lot, probably more than I would have ever liked to. And so I think that I've tried to bring what I'm learning and growing in to different people, right? And allow people to learn, here's what I've learned in my healing. I hope it helps you. That's basically the entire reason is why, you have a channel. But to really answer.
I love seeing Lauren and Dr. Babe at one table. It's so great. Thank you for your super chat, Brianna. Irony, using all she did was talk bad about victims as a sincere defense to us talking bad about her for talking bad about victims. Don't talk shit. Don't catch shit. That's so true.
Answer your question, what happens next is, for me personally, is trying to find the life outside of all of this and really trying to help others. That's for me what my goal is.
Wow.
Carla, yes.
Yeah,
Go
and,
ahead,
and
sorry.
well, I just want to
I'll
say,
be quiet.
having met you, I think you can speak to this, Colby, but the conversation we had in 2020 for Netflix was pretty intense, right? Like, I didn't know what I was going to do with you. Netflix basically said to me, "Hey, sit down.
I didn't know what I was going to do with you.
Can you just sit down with Colby and like just have a conversation about what happened?" And
You were on the set, Dr. John. Listen to this.
I didn't know what I was going to do with you. Netflix basically said to me, "Hey, sit down. Can you just sit down with Colby and like just have a conversation about what happened and kind of get into the weeds a little bit?" There was no.
Netflix told you to sit down with Colby? Was this a counseling session? Was this part of a documentary? What are you talking about?
Script. They didn't give me any direction. They just said, "Here you go. Here's Colby."
Here's this.
Yeah, that's pretty much how shows go. You act out things that happened, right? So they wanted you to sit down and just talk to him. Right, the production company, right? Like, you two sit down, we're going to get scenes of you guys talking about what happened. No script, just do it. You're a fucking doctor. You should be able to fucking do it scriptless.
Just have a conversation about what happened and kind of get into the weeds a little bit. There was no script. They didn't give me any direction. They just said, "Here you go. Here's Colby."
Here's this kid who's in a lot of pain here.
Right.
Deal with him.
Here's this guy that's like totally bewildered and lost his whole family. Just go at it, right? And I'm like, okay. So I wanted
They
to.
said it with empathy. They said it with
Yeah,
kindness.
I agree.
Okay, this is really, really uncomfortable. Put a 1 if you think this is uncomfortable.
Here's this guy that's like totally bewildered and lost his whole family. Just go at it, right? And I'm like, okay. So I wanted
They
to.
said it with empathy. They said it with
Yeah,
kindness.
I agree. For me, number one, I appreciated how open you were. Like, one of the things that really stood out about then and today is just how open and authentic you were. I really appreciated that. But I have seen you grow so much. There were certain things we talked about that you hadn't really thought about, right? And there were certain things that we talked about that, that were clearly very painful to you. And I didn't really want to go. I prodded a little bit, but I kind of pulled away, right? And like, I'm really proud of the fact that I've seen you grow.
No, I mean, watching this is giving me a different perspective because I do, like Daisy Dead, I see the deceit. I see them laughing about something that's not laughable. I see Colby as someone who doesn't have a manual through this situation. Someone who's been thrust into a spotlight and is now sitting with a neon sign above his head, really probably not knowing which direction to go. And the thing that makes me sick about it is it's not Colby. This is not a Colby bash at all. So whoever came in here hot about that, you can eat your words now. Because there's no manual that comes with what he's gone through and what he's going through. However, over here you have two motherfuckers who call themselves professionals. These are the ones who should know better. He's the one looking for guidance in this mess. They are supposed to be the professionals. Right. It's like he's a little prop for them. He'd be much better on his own. He would be so much better on his own with a true professional guiding him. I truly hope that this man is not his therapist. I truly hope he has someone that is not affiliated with YouTube or any of this garbage or any of the true crime sector that is guiding him. because he really deserves that. Because the people in this sector are self-serving. The ones that cozy up next to him and laugh about experiences are not his friends. They're not your friends. Your clicks and views. You're part of their whole persona. You're part of their whole brand. She calls you her victims. She's incorporated victims as part of her brand. That's why she's doubling down so hard. He shouldn't, I don't know.
So much in those same areas where I was kind of touching your pain a little bit and kind of seeing where we could go with it. Like back then I felt like I can't go there, right? I had to back away. But now I feel like you really confront that pain head on. And so, I just want to say from watching you over these years, especially, in the last year or so or 6 months, I've seen so much growth, and I'm very proud of you for that.
Thank you. I want to say one thing to you guys is,
well, and let's put this into perspective, okay? You have Kresha coming out, right? And Colby's in there. He's supporting her. Think about being him. You've got these two that have manipulated him. Then you have Kresha, who's also a victim. He doesn't want to turn his back on her. Like, he's triangulated. And then she comes out with all this drama 2 days after interviewing him. Shame on you, Lauren Matthias. 2 days she puts this out before the 9 hour, which they planned for a while. You go to their channel, and the only live before the 9 hour is this one. If you think that wasn't planned, I don't know.
I think I touched on this before. There was a time when I was kind of at that point of like, I'm going to open that door. And I don't know if you've ever seen The Shining when they open the door and it floods, but that's what it was like. Like, I knew what was going to happen when I opened the door to the reality of my pain. And when I wanted to know more about the case, I opened my phone and went to your channel and listened to your videos about my family. And I think that says a lot because there's so many places I could have gone, but because of that relationship and trust, there was that I'm going to listen to this because I know they're not coming at it from a really just cold, heartless, angle that really is just, like I would turn on someone else if you ever heard it, just randomly, and you'll hear them just in the details, and it's just harsh. Like you just cringe listening to it. So I hope you guys know that. Like that was when I first started. Okay, I'm going to learn some of these case details, and I think I was even on a live when Lauren was reading something from Chad's book that was related to him writing fantasy about the 7-year-old boy. Then he had some type of, in his book about the kid hitting him and him hitting him on the top of the head in a justified way.
Yes.
So I was like slowly palating, I don't know how to say it. I was slowly digesting that whole thing. And I was really going to you guys and then, just allowing myself to open up the door to reality. And then once that reality was there and I said, okay, this is real. This is what happened. And it's disgusting and it's horrible, but it's all out there now. It's all aired out. That's when healing came. And I try to help people understand that sometimes you have to face it fully. And like you said, how far can you go with someone? Well, I think this, as far as where they are in their process, at some point, you just have to go all the way, in my opinion. And that's where all the healing came from. So, but thank you. That means a lot because I've known you for a long time now. It's almost been 6 years.
Yeah.
So.
There we go. 6 years. He's not going to just see the light, you guys. This guy, listen, I want you to think about this. Colby Ryan's been through something that we could never fathom. We would not know what that feels like. And this couple, seemingly this beautiful couple who loves one another, they have a beautiful quote unquote family. They have the perfect life. They're, victim centered. They're there all the time. This is what he's had replace what he lost for 6 years. And I think that it's going to be super hard for him to ever see them in a different light. And I think that they know exactly how fragile victims are, in that state, right when everything's fresh. They know This guy knows how the mind works. This guy knows. That's what's scary. You know what I mean? That's what's scary, is that this guy should know better than to do this. He's older. He's got more experience. He calls himself a professional. He went to fucking Princeton, for crying out shit. Kira, Colby's sweet wife is in chat. Hey, Kelsey. I don't think that's his wife. Where's his wife? And I don't think it's his fault. I don't know, man. I just feel like it's just, I don't trust these two as far as I could throw them. And especially after the striking of Crusha, right? Built her channel off the Vallow family. It's crazy. She's here. Kelsey Benson Ryan. Oh, I didn't see her. Hi, Kelsey. Well, I hope you heard me say that this is not intended to be a bash session on your husband. I really think that these two prey on victims, and I don't like it. Whitney.
Can't happen. I want to say thank you.
Excuse me. Thank you for your super chat.
Thank you.
My 13-year-old daughter passed away last year, and humor is very common to cope with the pain. However, the humor should be coming from the person in pain and not the people supporting them. Right. Hey, West Windy. Thanks for joining today. Okay, let's keep going.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and that's a great analogy. I feel like I tried to crack that door open a little bit back in 2020, but...
And I'm sure Kelsey knows that I've talked about what happened in 2022, and I just want to say to you, woman to woman, I hope you're okay. And I mean that.
But I think, the term psychologists would typically use would be like resistance, right? But I don't quite like that term. I think it was just there was so much pain there.
Yes, grind.
Yeah.
It was so fresh.
It was so fresh, right? There was so much pain that I feel like, number one, I wouldn't want you to open the door very much back then, but I could tell, like, there's always a challenge for, mental health professional to kind of know where to go with that pain and how much to delve into it and, kind of how to direct it. Right. And, and people have their own journeys. And so, I knew at some point that you would get there on your own. So, but do you remember, was there like a moment, was there like an epiphanal moment where that door, when you said, I'm ready to open the door and let the water kind of pour over me? Was it something that occurred gradually, or do you feel like it was like a sudden moment?
So there's two pivotal moments that really changed everything. Going to Chad's trial in person, watching that whole ending, giving a statement, watching him be sentenced, putting you right there, because I didn't get to go to Lori's sentencing. I sent in my letter. And so to be a part of that really felt like that book closed. It felt really good, right? Because it's just part of that book. One of the chapters is closed. What really, I think the block was, I can't believe my mom did this, and I can't believe my uncle did this, and I don't even know this other dude, right? So he's a whole other person I have to process. And then it's all the deaths. So it's a lot of people in a circle to try to figure out what's going on. I think once I interviewed Lori and heard what she had to say, and I knew that I gave her an open platform to say her part, and she lied like that, that just for some reason, something just broke. And it was really hard in the moment. But then a couple days later, I was already realizing, man, I needed that. And then just over the next few months, all the way through Charles's trial, there's actually, I guess, a third moment when I walked into court at Charles's trial, sat down in the front, and then she walked in. There was a moment of full disconnect where I said, that's not my mom anymore. And there was a freedom. And I don't know how to explain it other than that. There was just a freedom of the burden I had held. And I think a part of you wants to
that's a really good point. To have him sit here and talk about these things while she's crying about a few TikToks.
Somehow interject. When you go through something like this, you want to interject yourself. You want to save whatever's left of your family, even though it's not realistic. And I could finally let that responsibility go. So there's a couple of moments that really
what happened with Joe
changed my perspective, but they were hard moments.
What happened with Joe Schmo?
Yeah, on that last issue, What is your relationship with your mom now? I guess would be the
Listen, I didn't say he didn't have a right to have his own channel. I said earlier, he would be better off doing it on his own without these two clowns. That's what I said. And I wish nothing but the best for him. I do.
it's kind of, there's a double question here. What's your relationship with your mom now? And do you still see your mom the same way that you just described?
So there's no relationship. And I've accepted that if I never speak to her again, I will not regret it. And that was a process though, right? Because a part of me always like, you know, maybe down the line, my angle was like, Lori, you're gonna go to hell. Like that was my angle. It's kind of coming from that place. I'm like, this is not gonna, like, there's no way around it. And so long story short, like that was almost a false responsibility I gave myself to like try to get to her, try to see if there's anything in there. But when I actually interviewed her and then listened to the interview again, it was riddled with contradiction and manipulation and love. I mean, textbook of just somebody has evil intent. And one thing I caught on this last time that she said that I had never heard is that she was very clear about they weren't in there. She kept saying that to me. And, you know, I just really, now that I had actually listened to her trials and gone back to that place, now I understand like she was justifying what she did. And so there's never needs to be another conversation between us because there's nothing healthy about her. And so she'll just hurt me and she'll hurt anybody around her. So I've accepted not being around her and not talking to her.
So that comment, they weren't in there, sort of almost like a confession a little bit, like she knows that they were killed, but her excuse is they were zombies. In other words, without saying zombies, is that what you're kind of implying? That
so there was two horrible moments that I realized. I just went over this. So I interviewed her almost a year ago to the 6th. So
Bubba, no one's bullying Colby. Bubba.
I did a kind of like,
where is this body cam you're talking about? Allegedly speculating has it? Oh.
A rewatch of the
we'll have to check that out.
Two things she said in that interview. Number one, she said, what if Tylee held JJ down too long and then regretted what she did? But her story was she walked in and found them. So how would she know how Tylee did what she did to JJ? How'd she know that she held him down? Where's that evidence? How would she know that? Her claim is I walked in, saw them and ran out and never saw them again and someone took care of it. So to me, that was a confession of what she did, that she held him down. And then two, she said it 2 or 3 times, but I want to say 2 times. She said, just no, they weren't in there. Like she said, when you go to a coroner's office and they're cutting you open, you don't care. You're not in there. They weren't in there, Colby. And so that now knowing the trial information, now knowing the text about the zombies, like diving into the actual, because I had never listened to the cases. It was too hard. So going back and actually had listened to what she was saying and what they believed.
I mean, unfortunately, Lauren chose Colby as her little token and put this video out 2 days before doing the 9-hour. If this was anybody else, we'd be watching this. We're not watching this because it's Colby. And we're going to watch the body cam after this.
Then hearing that again, I was like, oh my gosh, she's telling you right here. She wants to say it, but she just won't go all the way out and say it.
Wow. You know, there was, I don't know if John knows this, but there was a moment at CrimeCon that made the news. The media grabbed hold of it.
Oh my God, Lauren.
Nate Eaton had talked to your mother and said she had something to say to you. We don't need to get into what that was or anything, but there was a lot of mixed reaction to that. Some people upset that was brought up. I think you clarified that you knew maybe he was going to bring that up, but did you respond at all? Like, how did that feel? Can you, like, was that
Here
just sort of, you say you have no relationship with her? Did she know that? Was that a manipulation? What was
with Lauren
that about?
Well, it's always weird to hear like from somebody else, like a third person. She has no way to contact me, so she can't like send me a letter. And if she did, I'd throw it in the trash. To be honest with you, but you know, there was just this moment of Nate's like, hey, she said something. Can I bring it up? And I was like, go ahead. I don't care. And so she said something like, I love you. Look up this scripture. And the scripture was a reference to basically like sifting. There's a scripture that talks about sifting wheat from the bad, like basically separating good from bad at the end of all things. And I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. Like, is she trying to tell me she's going to be on the good side? That's kind of what I took it as. But was it really that frustrating or upsetting? Not really. You know, like, I don't know. It's kind of like water off your back, like a duck's back, whatever the saying is. It's just, it doesn't bother me that much, but it's definitely like, I don't want to hear from her. There's nothing productive about a conversation with her. obviously choosing to be in this state, in my opinion. Maybe there is some other factors, but a lot of the things that she says, you can tell she's calculated. It's not as, oh, she can't help it. It's like, no, she knows. And she's just trying to get you to believe her. She's really good at that.
Yeah. Did you have another question? Because I got plenty, but
I thought
you can ask questions, by the way. It's not going to hurt my feelings or anything if you have follow-up questions about that.
No, I don't to that.
Well, I think it's interesting that she's trying to bring in third parties to reach Colby.
Yeah.
Right. Like we call that triangulation. She's trying to it feels like there's some desperation there.
Wow. I had no idea when I made this stream that he brought up triangulation. Interesting, because this is triangulation right here, in my opinion. So Lauren, a few weeks prior, talked to Annie Elise and said, I think John Pryor is the go-between, but I don't know. We listened to it.
Well, I think it's interesting that she's trying to bring in third parties to reach Colby.
Yeah.
Right. Like we call that triangulation. She's trying to it feels like there's some desperation there.
Liza, I don't watch them, so I don't know what they talk about. Mom interrupted. Thank you for your super chat. Jay, I may have missed it, but did you see Lauren's musical? Oh my God, they use you at the end. It's epic. Yes. That is from our lovely Olip, and we played it earlier. Thank you, Mom interrupted. What's Lauren's next move? I want to know in chat. Let me know what you think Hidden True Crime's next move is going to be.
Interview you did with her, Colby, it was so clear that in some ways she saw you as like her last hope for some type of connection outside of prison.
Yeah.
And, and hence like the love bombing, right? The kind of the manipulative attitude and stance that she took. But now that you completely cut her off, she has no way to communicate with you.
Yeah.
And so it's interesting that when she learns you're going to be at a public event, she's trying to reach out to other people to kind of do her bidding.
Yeah. Right. And try to get to you. And another thing that was really interesting is, at the end of that whole conversation interview, she tried to be like, can I be a part of your life again? And then she sobbed her eyes out and told me that Ava, my daughter, had visited her the day before she was born and tried to like paint this picture of me keeping them away from her. And there's no way at the end of all things that I'll be able to do that and keep them away from her. So it was a really weird situation. The thing is, when you really look at it from an outside perspective, it's purely manipulation. She doesn't have that love in her heart, but I am her golden child. I think we talked about that on this channel.
Did you guys know that Annie Elise interviewed Sherry Papini in person? Like, thank you for your super chat, Jackie. A family member's murder and trial is hard enough and stays with you. I have lived it. Colby's finding his way. He and Kresha don't need anyone who aren't really supportive or other people's drama. I agree with that. Thank you. You think it'll be a hospital stay for 30 days? Another crying video? Yeah, absolutely. You don't bring victims into your drama. Absolutely not.
Channel together is like I'm for whatever reason, she has gravitated to me the most. And I don't know if that's why I'm alive. I don't know if whatever reason she has to have put me above everyone else, she still feels that way. And I've made it very clear that I don't. And I try to tell her to her face that that's not going to happen. So I think she's just holding out hope that maybe her religious, spiritual experiences will reach me and make me feel love for her, whatever she believes. She thinks that she's good and that I will love her one day.
Yeah, I think she's definitely pulling on a little bit of your guilt.
Yeah.
To try to pull you back in.
Well, and that's the hard part, right? She has no love in her heart, right? She doesn't love me. Like, I don't think she knows what that is. And so really it's just like, if I were there for her, it'd make her feel better. So that's really all it is for her. There's no winning for my life to have her in it. And of course my kids are going to see her. Are you kidding me?
Right.
Like, what kind of request is that?
Yeah.
Not in a million years are you going to even have a conversation with my children.
Does Lori know what love is? I actually.
Well, it's. I mean, I wanted to ask Colby that. So Colby said that.
Does Lori know what love is? How can any of them answer this? John, look at the fucking camera. What are you looking at all the time?
That's interesting, Colby.
Shifty.
Because when you say that, it makes me kind of reflect on what that means for you in terms of, so does that mean, do you think, for example, does that mean you think your mom has like a personality disorder? Does it mean that your mother is just, because of her upbringing, is just incapable of connecting to other human beings? I mean, how do you see that?
So I looked into, you're going to love this, by the way. I looked into psychopaths and sociopaths.
I do love that. You're right.
Oh yeah, our last, I even recommended a book last time. I said I would gift it for you, but
you did.
Okay. So keep going.
So I start looking into the list of how they diagnosed psychopaths, right? And all the tendencies.
Shouldn't he be answering this question
of a psychopath? So I actually did it on a live with just a list, and I just kind of compared everything. Now, again, not a doctor, not trying to pretend that I am, but
that's good. You can diagnose. Let's go. Let's keep going.
I was like, when I read through it, through the psychopath test that they give, I was like, she's hitting 30. Almost everything.
Hey, Spunky.
I know.
Almost everything on the list, from my perspective, growing up, I took everything to account, and that's why I did the live to process through each one of them and read off why I think that. And like the group suicide idea, like the things that came up over time. There's so many times where there was no value of life, and I realized she didn't know how to love. She was just more possessive, and you can't love someone and say you love them, because love is self-sacrificing. Love is I put you above myself. Love is unconditional. You have to scratch my back to get something back. It's I love you regardless. And so from a parent to a child, that is, I think, the purest form of love, because they're an extension of yourself. And I realized that never existed between my mom and I. And so once I realized, I don't think she knows how to love, she just knows how to get what she needs from each person. She's kind of like a vampire bat. Like she just leeches, gets what she needs, and leaves. So I think that's kind of what I was, though. I could give her a supply of whatever the case was. And I was the one to kind of like apologize all the time and always make her feel like she was the best. And I'd always go in there with the big apology and tell her what a great mom she is, and puff the air in the tire, the airhead, whatever you want to call it.
Why is Lauren nodding in agreement? Like, she said, oh yeah, like she's done that.
Call it. Yeah. I was that person, though. Like I would give her that. So I don't know if she knew how to love.
Walking on eggshells, but yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if she knew how to love at all, period.
Yeah, it's interesting because I remember from our 2020 conversation that one of the things you said a few times was that you I don't know if defending is the right term, but you said your mother was a really good mother.
Yeah.
A few times. And, I just kind of, I didn't really comment on that, but I kind of, made a note of it, like a mental note. And so here I am almost 6 years later. I'm going to revisit that, Colby. Like this, not only you saying it, but so many people in public.
Yeah.
Right. So many people who follow this case. I don't know, how people had this perception. I certainly heard defense tried to sell this, but that she was a really good mother.
Yeah.
Right. Like how did people come to that conclusion?
So I'll give you an example why. The parties were at our house, the Disneyland trips.
Yeah.
When you are an eccentric person and you're, bigger than life and you entertain people in that, it can almost simulate, look how much fun everything is. Right. And I think that that's kind of the point is there's not she's a good mother. She knows how to be a mom. She was the fun mom. She was the friend. She was more like a friend and more irresponsible, like a big sister would be, than a mom.
Cool mom. Cool mom.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like when you see the cool mom. I wish my mom did that. I wish my mom, took me to Disneyland. I wish my mom would run away with us. Like there's just an idea of this.
Kylie, I agree with you. Keep the quotes coming. I'm reading them. Are you guys reading them?
It's like romanticizing of an idea of fun, but not.
It wouldn't surprise me if she put someone up to write Lori Vallow Daybell. I think she's obsessed with Lori Vallow Daybell.
What you need. And parents are not what you want, they're what you need. And they bring structure and the discipline and all that stuff. And that's why kids hate their parents till they grow up. Because then they're like, oh, you were right. You were trying to help me. And I think that that's what people misrepresented. I think I was almost conditioned, though, to believe that exact statement, which is she was a great mother. I don't know where that came from, but that felt like a repeat button.
Thank you, new subscribers.
It's not true.
Right. So some of it was marketing on her part.
Yeah. Well, I think it was just like the family was saying that. And then in a sense, I was like, well, she tried to take us to church and she bought us stuff and she took, we had a good life. So we had, materially, we had what we wanted. And so like, you just kind of I don't know, you just pick up this momentum and this idea of all the good that someone's done. If you have to go back and think about every good thing just to balance out everything else, you have an issue right there. You're just trying to find all the good stuff about her to say, oh yeah, she's a wonderful mom.
I don't know, what is she
interesting.
doing?
You know, it's not hard to imagine that many children will mistake fun and feeling good, right? Kind of, and adults like partying or having fun for something else. They take that to mean something it's not. They take that to mean that there's love.
Well, I think that's with any relationship too. I don't think no one gets into an abusive relationship because they want to be abused and they're like, this feels so good to be treated terribly.
Yeah.
People get into an abusive relationship because they make them feel good.
Is he just inappropriate? Like, what's so funny? I have this sped up to 1.25, but
I think that's with any relationship too. I don't think no one gets into an abusive relationship because they want to be abused and they're like, this feels so good to be treated terribly.
Yeah.
This is awkward, dude.
People get into an abusive relationship because they make them feel good. They make the victim of the abusive relationship feel good. So every abuser has the ability to make someone feel good and loved in a moment. And I think that's really important because people will always say, why would someone be in an abusive relationship? Because the abuser knows how to make the victim feel good.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's always a missing piece of a puzzle that frustrates me in these crime cases that we cover, is that it's not always bad, you know,
Right.
or else it would be a lot more clear to everybody.
One of the common questions is always, why didn't the person see it?
Yeah.
Why did they fall into that trap?
Thank you, Harmon.
Yeah, it's like the little beads though, all the way to the trap. Like that whole time you're happy until they finally snap down, right? That's what it's never just upfront. Hey, I'm gonna destroy you. That's never the upfront price. Not many people.
Nope, it never is. Look at Lauren. It's never the upfront, I'm gonna destroy you. Thank you, Allie B, for joining today.
Y'all welcome to Cooterville. Come on in and remember, close your legs.
Well, Kate, considering that these two are big influences in his life for the last 6 years, it's a little concerning, especially with these two's behavior.
People would want to do that. So,
yeah. Yeah.
And something we talk about too a lot, or I talk about, is the idea that people want bad people or serial killers or murderers to be all evil, right? Because then it makes it simple.
Yeah.
There's like, if
they are. It is that simple. Okay? Serial killers and murderers are evil people. Look at her. Yeah, they're not all necessarily evil. Huh? Put a 1 in chat if you think people that murder are evil. Is there ever a time that we have a person who murders that's not a bad person? The fuck?
Yeah.
and something we talk about too a lot, or I talk about, is the idea that people want bad people or serial killers or murderers to be all evil.
Okay.
Right, because then it makes it simple.
Yeah.
There's like, we all want to make sense of the world. We all want some sense of mastery over the world. We all want some sense of safety and security, right? And if you can point to someone and say, oh, that person's all evil, then it makes it easier.
Yeah, it does.
To say, hey, you should have seen that. Or
I mean, it does.
What? What the he laughed again. I don't care what physically he's not comfortable with. This guy's supposed to be a fucking professional. He's been doing this for years, Kate. I'm tired of the excuses. I'm not giving excuses to these grifters any longer. Sorry, they exposed themselves.
And if you can point to someone and say, oh, that person's all evil, then it makes it easier.
Yeah, it does.
To say, hey, you should have seen that. Or
I mean, it does.
Right.
I mean, it helps me to say I think she's a psychopath too, Colby. He can't say that. We can't.
But being a psychopath doesn't mean that someone's all evil.
No, I know. And that's
Right.
you're right. That's something that people get confused about too, is that like someone that's a psychopath might even want to live a good life. Like they're trying their hardest, but they need like a guideline of rules because they have no actual conscience. So tell me how to live a good life. Not all of them wake up and say, I'm evil and I'm going to go really mess things up in this world.
Some of them do.
I'm actually really interested in, and we've definitely gone down the rabbit hole, forgive us, but the fact that you, in order to try to process what's happened to you, you've started studying psychopaths or sociopaths and some psychology. I know that you've shared things that you've talked about with Kelsey in the past too, where she's brought up, you know, how she thought Tylee was maybe a scapegoat and you were the golden child. And you also said this, and I don't know if these two go together because I wrote this quote down at the beginning. You said, I have learned more than I would ever like to. So let's get back to the psychology stuff. But when you say that, what do you mean?
Let's get back to the psychology stuff. Okay. Cynthia Dawn, thank you so much for your super chat. This is the reason journalistic and clinical boundaries are such a big deal. Hidden True Crime violated all of them, and this damage is the result of ignoring boundaries. Very well said, and thank you for joining today, you guys. If you're new, please hit that subscribe button and hit the like. Thank you so much.
I've been wanting to ask you that. You've learned more than you'd ever like to. What
Yeah.
type of? I mean,
So
yeah.
no, so the rabbit hole started with that curiosity, right? Like it's almost like running towards the monster in the bed. Like at some point you're just gonna face it. So when I did that, it started with Alex. So you want to know what really happened? I can tell you the backstory if you want.
Yes, we do.
You're gonna love this, okay? I rewatched Dexter. People hate when I bring this up on the channel.
We love Dexter.
Yeah.
I brought it up because
it helps.
exactly what John just said though, is that Dexter has a portrayal of a perfect normal guy who's so, you know, calculated, was so non-threatening normal guy, right? And I'm like, there's people like this. This is perfectly played because nobody like this just walking around like the Joker from Batman who's just perfectly like, I'm just Agent of Chaos. I want to just do things because I want to. Most people are like, have some normal tendencies. And so it started honestly with Alex.
Kate, listen, the dude's been on 2020. The dude's been on Dateline. Andy's been in a Netflix production. He's done a podcast on camera for the last 5 years. You can no longer use that excuse. You just can't.
Because Alex watched Dexter. And this is going to be, I hope this doesn't get too dark, but
John and I both look at each other. Did we just learn something new?
Okay,
we didn't know
We
that.
just learned something new.
That's really fascinating.
I really hope I never sound insensitive because I'm really like, it's really hard because I have two parts of my brain. There's a part of me who's honestly really deeply affected, and there's just the pure curiosity person of psychology. The thing was, when I was watching Dexter, there was some stuff in there that made me think, did Alex learn certain things from the show? Honestly. And there's a lot of moments where I'm like, this is too close for comfort to reality.
Yeah.
So watching Dexter, I'm going, okay, Alex has seen this show. Alex loves this show, has recommended this show to others. So, and you guys know there's a lot of things in that show that mirror things he actually did.
Absolutely.
So,
I have to tell you something after this. Yes, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, and I promise you I'm not gonna go on forever, but
No,
this is
go
it.
on forever. Keep going.
Yeah, no, we love
So
it.
that rabbit hole started there. I was like, okay, is Alex actually a psychopath? Because only someone who doesn't really feel any kind of feelings could go in and do this to a person and then do this to their body and not and go eat food after or go do whatever they do after.
Right.
There's not a lot of people who are normal who could even function doing something like this, right?
I'll take
so
one.
it all started there. And I asked myself that question, is Alex a psychopath? I go look up the psychopath charts and start learning about people who have been diagnosed as psychopaths. And then I remember that Alex loved Hannibal Lecter. And so this dark fantasy idea of all these movies.
Why are they laughing? Why is it funny that Alex liked Hannibal Lecter? That's fucking disturbing. Alex killed Charles Vallow, who Lauren's bitch ass compared herself to in the 9-hour live. This is fucking funny.
Hannibal Lecter. And so this dark fantasy.
What is with shows and actors and what is this
idea of all these movies and influences and all the things that he liked were really more focused towards like serial killer murdering psychopaths. So I'm like, I'm not saying, okay, by the way, anybody who's in the chat, just if you like that stuff too, doesn't mean you're a psychopath.
We watched Dexter together.
I watched Dexter. Okay. But right. And then I learned, okay, well, when you're watching Dexter, he realized he really just doesn't feel it though. It's not a question of, oh, like he feels bad. The only time Dexter ever is tripping is when he's gonna get caught. It's never feeling no
Correct.
bad.
As someone in school for this, sociopaths walk amongst us, and some don't. Murder therefore not all are bad, but the ones who do commit murder no doubt are evil. Also the DSM-V explains sociopath is someone with / antisocial personality disorder.
Thank you, Allie B. I'm actually going to read your super chat because I didn't understand it. Thank you for your generous super chat. As someone in school for this, sociopaths walk among us, and some don't murder. Therefore, not all are bad, but the ones who do commit murder no doubt are evil. Also, the DSM-V explains sociopath is someone with anti-social personality disorder. Thank you for your super chat. And isn't that what Dr. John diagnosed Christina with? God, I'm getting all these names mixed up. Isn't that what he said Christina was? And I agree with all that. And I think he said, like, we want killers to all be evil. And they're not. But yeah, they are.
He has his code, whatever. That's a whole other story. The long story short was, okay, is Alex actually a psychopath? It all started with that question. And then I'm like, is Chad a psychopath? Because Chad's kind of the ringleader. And so then I was distincting between sociopath and psychopath. And then I started learning about, then there was the whole debate of, did Alex's brain injury cause him to do what he did down the line? And so I researched that and I was like, this is really interesting. So I really started to rabbit hole because I wanted some of those answers kind of like, could I get answers? Because I have the inside knowledge. There's so much that I know. Can I piece everything together? Because I think you think that at the end of the rainbow of answers is a conclusion that you feel better with, like an answer, like, oh, I have answers. And you think that that's going to make you feel better. So I think that's what started all that whole process.
Okay, here's a story for you.
Well, wait. What was your conclusion?
I think Alex is a psychopath, and I'll tell you why. There's more than just the TV shows. That's not really it. It's the lack of empathy for all of the dogs. Like, people probably have heard this, but he like discarded our dogs over time. Lori had already given him that, and he apparently, I don't know this firsthand. This is secondhand knowledge from what I'd heard, but Alex took our dogs to the middle of the desert and threw them out, or who knows who did something with them. He did not.
Oh my God. I have never heard this story about Alex. What the fuck?
Give them to someone else. He got rid of them. And
I've heard
that's
the same
already,
story.
yes. Okay. So you've heard this. So with that being said, it puts you in a position of the living being, and you can go there with that living being and just throw it out and have absolutely not a second thought about it. To me, that's got to be the first sign. And in Dexter, I learned a lot from Dexter. First thing Dexter does starts with animals, and it.
Oh boy, he's learning from Dexter. Olip is in the chat. Olip is the one that actually made. She's the star of today. She made the musical,
and it goes further. So there's things that I don't know about him as a person growing up, but I've seen enough to say I think that Alex is a psychopath. But that's just my own
I completely agree. I completely agree. Let me.
And one important, I'll let you get to your question in a second. But for those who don't know Dexter, I'm just going to clarify that.
Yes.
One of the most fascinating parts about Dexter that you're kind of referencing, Colby, is the fact that Dexter always has this monologue, right? He has this monologue where you hear him. He does a voiceover where you hear him talking and reflecting.
Yes.
I mean, I feel like this is a review for Dexter. I don't know. Did you love it, Kate? Wasn't it awesome? We love our Olip. I've had so many people come in here today. Olip, have you seen the musical? I hope that shit goes viral. Right, Love Always? It sounds like a damn review.
And one of the things he always comes back to is, he'll say things like, do these people not know that I don't feel? Or how can they feel when I don't? Right? It's a puzzlement to him that human beings can feel. That's one of the things he's always debating. And by the way, when Dexter was developed, just a little aside here, they brought in some experts. They brought in consultants that had worked a lot with psychopaths to kind of shape the character and make sure that there was a lot of accuracy there.
Yeah. And I'll say one last thing, because I want to hear Lauren. I promise I won't say anything else.
I'm good.
Just remember the isolation of his life, and then the domination he exuded in his relationships. The women he was going to see, he financially controlled them because they lived in different countries. He brought them here with him. Like, everything he did he was in charge. And that's was Dexter's thing too, right? Like, very orderly, controlled. They have certain ways and very clear control issues that they deal with because they're out of control, I think, innerly. So everything else they do is certain control. But he had a lot of isolation and a lot of things that I saw outside of just TV shows and some of his other behaviors. But anyway, I want to hear what you have to say. Go for it.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
10 minutes
just
later.
to validate you. Yes, I.
Wait, what was that?
10 minutes.
Was that Grayson in the background?
Anyway, I want to hear what you have to say. Go for it.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, little Grayson chiming in.
Anyway, I want to hear what you have to say. Go for it.
Thanks, guys.
10 minutes
just
later.
to validate you. Yes, I've seen the same things. We've spoke to a woman who dated
We don't miss a thing over here, Lauren.
Alex overseas.
Oh wow.
We've talked a long time to her. We know about I've also heard the animal story, dog story.
Yeah.
So just a little story for everyone. When the big FOIA document dump happened, was it 2021, 2022? It was Chandler in Gilbert, Arizona. Thousands of pages of evidence none of us had ever really seen, and we were poring over all of them. The Dateline producer, Shane, who you know, reached out to me and said, what do you think is the most interesting stuff in these documents? And I told him, and this was actually the Dateline that John and I ended up participating in, because I said, let me tell you what I'm seeing here.
Wow.
And it was also when the interviews dropped of Alex and Lori and Tylee.
Yeah.
And we helped Dateline analyze those. Actually, we went through and we said, this is what we're seeing. And John,
you helped Dateline analyze them. This is hysterical. We are stars. We help Dateline analyze things.
And we helped Dateline analyze those. Actually, we went through and we said, this is what we're seeing. And John told him, that Alex was simply,
John told him what? Go. Look at John.
What we're seeing. And John told him, that Alex was simply, acting, whether he is or isn't acting, very psychopathic, very emotionless. But this is.
That was his analyzation for Dateline? Listen to that again.
And John told him, that Alex was simply, acting, whether he is or isn't acting, very psychopathic, very emotionless.
Ooh, that's quite a fucking analyzation. Look at, why is John giving her that look? Did this not happen?
We went through and we said, this is what we're seeing. And John told him, that Alex was simply, acting, whether he is or isn't acting, very psychopathic, very emotionless. But this is a story that I've always believed, despite other people not believing it. But Zulema tells a story in her police interview of Alex on their wedding night getting a giant tarp to give her a massage on the giant tarp. And I told the Dateline producer, I said, that part of these FOIA docs is so interesting because this is Dexter.
Dexter, there you go.
This is Dexter. And I said, this is Dexter. And I told this to Shane Bishop, the Dateline producer, and he put that in the Dateline. And you can go watch the episode that we're in. But
oh my God, this is what it's all about.
He has Zulema saying that, and then it goes to a clip of Dexter and Keith Morrison saying, just like Dexter.
Oh, Lauren, you were such an inspiration for the show. Oh, God, you should feel so proud of yourself. Oh, Keith Morrison used it. I told Shane Bishop, you're such a name dropper, dude. Who does that? I've been on shows too, Miss Hidden True Crime. I don't name drop the fucking producers on my show. Weirdo.
And I said, this is Dexter. And I told this to Shane Bishop, the Dateline producer, and he put that in the Dateline. And you can go watch the episode that we're in, but he has Zulema saying that. And then it goes to a clip of Dexter and Keith Morrison saying, just like Dexter, he did this. But that was because
we didn't.
I was like, this is Dexter, John. This is.
We
Dexter.
didn't know.
And we didn't know this till now.
We didn't know until now that he was a big fan.
Yeah.
So my question, the thing that comes to my mind is, did Zulema know that he was a fan of Dexter's, right? Because when the tarp came out.
Let me ask you a question. If you went somewhere and they said, let me give you a massage, and Effin pulled out a tarp and did this and laid it down, would you lay down? I'd be like, no, bro, I've seen Dexter. I'm leaving.
Yeah, right.
And Zulema, I know that exactly. And Zulema says that
I'd be heading out the exit.
Yeah, she answered a phone call at that moment. She was feeling sleepy on the tarp, laying on this bed on her wedding night on a tarp.
Yeah.
And that he was on the phone with somebody and she didn't understand and she was feeling extra sleepy and that maybe he changed his mind in that moment.
Isn't good either.
No,
Right.
no,
So,
but
It's really not funny, John, because she was probably drugged or something. Like, none of this is fucking funny. This is fucking weird. And there's people out there that still believe like Lori and Chad. So I don't find any of this shit funny, to be honest with you. I find it absolutely fucking terrifying that there's people out there like this that are still running around. Ugh.
Wedding night on a tarp,
Yeah.
you know, and that he was on the phone with somebody and she didn't understand and she was feeling extra sleepy and that maybe he changed his mind in that
sleepy
moment.
isn't good either.
No,
Right.
no,
Some-
but they put Dexter in the episode that we were in with the
Wow.
tarp, and you're right. Like, how about this? Like, just like life lesson. If anyone wants to give you a massage on a tarp,
Get out.
You
Get
might
out.
want to think twice, right? So the combination of roofies, roofies and a tarp is probably not a good sign on your wedding night.
Look at her mug. UNLV. This is fucking gross. Roofies and a tarp. Did you see her mug?
Combination of roofies, roofies and a tarp is
Roofies and a tarp.
you might want to think twice, right? So the combination of roofies, roofies and a tarp is probably not a good sign on your wedding
No.
night.
That's not a good wedding night. You got to go. You got to go. I'm sorry. You got to go. That's
and
pretty
I
scary.
do believe, you know,
I wouldn't call that true love.
I do believe that happened because I just don't think that Dilemma would make that up
No,
out of the
that's
blue.
too detailed. Well,
Yeah, it's too
okay,
detailed.
so Alex did
Wow, I'm glad that was funny.
the massage thing a lot. Obviously, like he was uncomfortable with that stuff, right? Like, you know, offer to rub my girlfriend's shoulders and stuff. I'm like, get the
Wow.
fuck out of here. Like,
Wow,
you're
yeah.
not doing that. We're not having that. So
Yeah.
he obviously had this. He was the literal like definition of creepy uncle. Like he was the creepy uncle. He's the one that the black sheep, the one that's wild, like comes around and just makes everybody uncomfortable, always is out of pocket. And that's a whole nother story. But like the other tendencies and behaviors are definitely, they hit on that list very, very hard. And what I knew, once I found out the details, like once I knew Alex went to go eat and like lived his life after, right? Like was doing his thing right after he did that to the kids. I was like, yeah, I mean, who could function? You know, so I was like, yeah, he's definitely hits on all of these categories, but I'm not a doctor. I'm just gonna say, I don't have the credentials.
Neither do I. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Right. It's interesting that I love it that you two can diagnose here tonight, but I can't.
Yeah, you can't say anything.
I'm just gonna say that I agree with you guys. That's all I can say, but I can't. There's no diagnosing.
Yeah.
On my end.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. And I'm sorry. And
Okay, Dr. John.
yeah. Geez.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. And I'm sorry. And yeah. Geez.
Why is she apologizing?
I'm just gonna say that I agree with you guys. That's all I can say, but I can't. There's no diagnosing.
Yeah.
On my end.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. And I'm sorry. And yeah. Geez. So I guess are those a few of the things then you've learned more than you'd ever like to? Probably never thought you'd want to, but
and
I guess
again,
human nature, right? Just
yeah.
everything.
I thought I would never touch on this stuff. I never thought I'd talk about it. I never thought I'd go down this path. But once I did,
he sure
the healing
did,
came too.
Agent.
So that was the main point. But you know, you see too much, and I saw too much of what Alex was doing around that time. I know too much about what he was doing. There's just, you know, all the stuff with Lori and Chad, and just ruins your life. It just ruins it. Just all of it. And realizing like really what the motivation was, because when you don't watch court, you kind of just know small details. You don't have a full picture. But when you listen to hours of testimony and hours of text and you know, you guys know, like once you know the details, it all comes together. And so, yeah, I know.
Thank you, Kale,
about that group. And, you know, they were just all in, you know, in this little group, and it was mostly my.
Yeah, it's not were. They're still in this little group. It's concerning. Thank you for your super chat, Kale. So full of themselves, these clowns.
My family.
I think she's going to take that karate kick, Kale, as a threat. Karate kicks and worms, right?
Everybody hates me. They want me to go eat some worms.
All the people, like the 3 people who are most involved, are my family members who are the most like, let's do it. Let's just take lives. I don't understand that. And so it's even harder to palate.
Yeah, in fact, that was going to be my next question. So you basically diagnosed two of the 3 as psychopaths. And again, Colby's doing this, not me.
You're
Let's just
not
make it clear.
Put the disclaimer out there.
Your hands
Okay, Dr. John.
are clean.
Just putting it out there.
You're
Like
not
when you think about that, Colby, and it relates to what you just said, like what is going on with your family? Like, what do you think do you think any of this has something to do with like the family environment that they're raised in? I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
I think if you really look at it, Lori did become a big vortex of influence. She's not, I would not give her a classic psychopath. I would say she's more of a sociopath, but because she does have some feeling, she's not void of it. She's actually a little too much feeling, which is actually, anyway, I don't even have to tell you, know all this stuff. So what I think is Lori did have a special gift, right? We have to give her credit for what her gift was she had a good way of manipulating too. And I think she was
probably would have been her friend if I met her, honestly.
She could be your friend. She's really good. If she wasn't a nut job, she could be anybody's friend. She was she did people's hair. They sat down, they would tell their life story, right? Like you go sit down and you have a 3-hour haircut, you're going to get to know somebody really quickly. So she obviously wasn't somebody who was not personable, but really what it is like, I think she played a big influence in the end, but I don't know. I mean, how do you get 2 siblings who are willing to go to this place with their own family and then willing to just keep spreading that, right? Like,
What's that? What did I hear? What, BJ?
I don't understand that. That's not an accident, right? Like,
yeah,
both of them must have had the same exposure to the same type of environment that caused that.
Right. That's my question. Do you have any preliminary thoughts on that? I mean, do you see any common elements? Maybe. I mean, I'm not trying to put you on the spot here in terms of
plead the fifth. Yeah.
In terms of talking about.
Sharon, before you retype your stupid message that I'm gonna just delete. No one's saying anything bad. Actually, I forgot what your fucking comment said. My bad. Type it again.
Your family, right? But I mean,
yeah.
Just from a psychological standpoint, I mean, obviously you're interested in this, right? You've thought about it.
Well, what's interesting to me is, okay, let's say it was their environment growing up, but at the same time, this didn't happen until they were both way later on in life.
True.
So it kind of makes me think, for me, I've been away from my mom for so long. I've had so much time to figure life out. So I don't know. I mean, environmentally, when you're growing up, yes. If they were like right out the house, maybe you could say, well, this is all just parent influence, but they
Kylie, the 7 gatherers are Lori and her friends. Okay. They called themselves that. The girls that made the group that don't like Lauren, there were 7 of them. So they jokingly called themselves the 7 gatherers. I don't know when this was filmed, but it was live streamed 2 days before the 9 hour. 2 days before the 9 hour. She must have flown out right after this.
had whole lives and kids and spouses and all kinds of experiences. So you have a lot you could really attribute to. I mean, you can't just say it's one factor. I think you have to look at the upbringing, and then you have to examine the religious aspect, and then you have to examine that last little part of it. But you also have to go back to the moments where Lori,
and Chad Daybell.
Yeah, Chad Daybell, obviously, right? But you have to look at what was Alex doing for Lori back then, taking the dogs, kind of still doing the same job, that same idea. I'll take care of your mess for you. So that existed before this all happened. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know if it's psychological issues. I don't know. There's just so many different angles that I've thought of, because you could obviously say they were both raised, but my mom left the house really early and got married really early. And I think Alex was out of the house pretty early. So I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to give you the most realistic answer that I can. I can't just say, oh, it was just their upbringing. Because that
was there a reason they left the house early?
Well, I was gonna say, Lori ran away, didn't she, to marry her high school?
Yeah, she got married young.
Yeah.
And then she was already married by the time I think she was 18 flat, and was married, and then, divorced, and then met my dad somewhere along the line, and that didn't work out. So it's just constant, running around from person to person for her, which to me attributes back to issues with your dad. But I don't want to diagnose something that I don't know. But that would be that's the only reason that would really, really happen. I'm not saying those relationships didn't have their issues, but my personal thought.
I noticed somebody in the chat.
Jake and Vince Lauren and Grayson are more than besties. I just realized I'm logged onto the hubby's account. I'm not Bradley lol, I'm Yada.
Thank you, Bradley Webster, for your super chat. Jay, I'm convinced Lauren and Grayson are more than besties. I just realized I'm logged into the hubby's account. I'm not Bradley. I'm Jada. Nice to meet you. Thank you for your super chat. It wouldn't surprise me. Everybody needs a Grayson.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Somebody mentioned somebody in the chat.
It was Kelsey.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know.
Somebody
Colby,
mentioned.
I don't know if Colby wants to go.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Somebody mentioned Lori's father in the chat. But yeah, we'll.
Oh yeah.
Why is he laughing about Lori's father? He actually has charges for picking up a sex worker. Lori's father's not a good dude.
Chat.
It was Kelsey.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know.
Somebody
Colby,
mentioned.
I don't know if Colby wants to go.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Somebody mentioned Lori's father in the chat. But yeah, we'll.
Oh yeah.
We'll not dive into that. We don't think we have time to dive into that.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you this is like they had the same parents, they had the same upbringing, but I think I go a little deeper with it. Just what happened in their life between that time. They had more time out of the house than in it.
Yeah.
So was their upbringing that wrecking to the point where they never recovered? I don't know that answer.
Yeah.
We've had you for a long time and we did go down a rabbit hole.
We could keep going too.
We could keep
That's
going.
unavoidable when we have Colby on.
It's unavoidable.
There's endless rabbit holes we can go down.
I mean, we could talk for hours.
Which means we need to do this again for sure.
Yeah, we would love to have you on again, Colby. And I want to ask, well, a couple things. First off, I just want to say I am loving your channel. I'm going to be the first to admit I don't listen to a lot of things. I'm busy. We're really busy.
Yeah.
But I have listened to a few episodes, and one thing I want to say that I admire about you is you are showing us what it's like once justice is served and like I said, the media goes away. Like everybody leaves, right? Everybody that's been so invested in you and your family and your mother, and justice starts to dissipate, right? Like everybody else moves on, but you don't. You're left with the broken life, with you are still fatherless, you are still motherless, you are still brotherless, you are still sisterless. While the rest of us move on to other crimes and other cases, you remain attempting to pick up the pieces and healing. And that's a part that people don't often see. You're allowing us to see some of that on your channel. I just want to say, and I also just want to say thank you for that. You will talk about life. I listened to an episode that you did about David and Celeste recently. That's a case. You spoke from a survivor standpoint of you had so much empathy for Celeste and wanting to humanize her. You kept saying, we need to humanize Celeste. We need to humanize Celeste and not forget Celeste. And I can just see the survivorness. Is that a word? Yes, that's a psychology word, right? Survivorness. Survivor.
Yeah, you could see the survivorness. These two fucking suck.
It wasn't a minute ago.
Yeah, it's in the DSM. In you. And what I value about your channel is you are allowing us to almost have this view of like what it's like for you to like still be dealing with everything that the world has moved on from. You're still dealing with it. It's your life, while also seeing new crimes in a different light because you're a survivor, while also just talking about things as interesting as how AI is messing up our world and how scary it is and how close we are to Wall-E, because I actually bring that cartoon up to John all the time. We have the same conversations. And the community that you have created and the amount of work I also know it takes to do this and to be vulnerable and authentic. God. And I want to compliment you. And I also want to say this. I think that honestly, I think most of the people viewing this right now are likely subscribed to your channel. If they are not, I want to encourage them to subscribe, because I think for us to continue to support you after everybody else has sort of moved on, because it's not our life, to support you, to listen to you, to watch you, to hear what you have to say about other crimes, other experiences in your life is so important. And so if there are people here, I think most of our community is subscribed to you already, but if there are people here that haven't, I encourage you to go support Colby, a survivor of a crime and who has will continue with, everything your mother did and Chad Daybell, let's not forget him, and your uncle, everything they did. I just want to say, I'm so impressed with you and your resilience, and it's the least we can do is to hear you and hear
what they're such heroes. They're such heroes.
What you have to say. And I just want to say, I am so impressed with your episodes and what you are doing. And I just want to thank you for that.
Yeah.
I totally agree. I would add just that one of the, I mentioned this earlier when we came on in terms of knowing you since 2020, to also to follow his journey. in real time, to follow your growth in real time, and to watch it is to me, that's really amazing and fulfilling. Like, Colby, I mean, we all get to see not only how you deal with adversity, how you did, but how you do and how you will deal with it in the future, right? And so it's part of this. Your channel is that journey, and it's ongoing.
Oh my God, he is so shifty. He is so shifty. No, this is on their channel. It was not a dual stream, so 57,000 views. Nothing compared to her 9-hour.
There's a story to be told every week. And so I think I would encourage people to definitely follow Colby, subscribe, check his channel out, please.
And will you tell us about it too? Like someone just mentioned in comments, you guys go live on Friday, or what is your channel? Where can people come and join you in chats, or what are you doing over there?
Yeah, so first of all, thank you guys. You're amazing. My channel is Colby J. Ryan, so I put the sign up there because everybody asked me that. Like, what's your channel name? So I just made it my name. We have, like Lauren said, we've just kind of touched on some new things. Obviously, I don't think I'll ever be as well versed as you guys in crime, but just a different perspective, right? Like
Absolutely.
being able to just say, just saying, you know, from what I think survivors need to be hearing, and some people might not think about from the media side. So just to kind of add into kind of what you guys do and you cover it in such a
See, he thinks they're professional. He thinks they have a big channel. He thinks that this is going to help boost his audience.
Amazing way, adding in like, here's some things people might not be thinking as a general public, right? On Fridays, we've started doing like fun Fridays. So we did a ChatGPT game of fake cases, and we went down a rabbit hole, and it got intense. So people love that. So it just, you know, we just try to enjoy, you know, each other's company. And I just tell people life is ups and downs. You're going to have fun. You're going to cry. You're going to go through it. So it's really just trying to give that perspective for others, and hopefully helping other people continue to be resilient and fight against their own stuff in their lives, because we all need help. And we're in a time where it's mental health is a very, very crucial thing, and people are going through it and they're having such hard days. And so it's like, I'd like to make sure we balance out the fun with all the hard subjects that we touch on, but, you know, hopefully helping people along the way. So, but thank you guys. That means a lot for you to say that.
Absolutely. Someone just mentioned they subbed. Someone else said, don't forget Kelsey. She's a big part of this too. And I agree. I see Kelsey on there modding, dropping comments. You guys are doing parenthood at the same time. We do this. We know how hard you work to do your channel. So Kelsey, thank you too. And also,
you don't know. You don't parent. You have a producer. Shut the fuck up.
I think everybody's really wondering. You also, after the trial, you were hit and still are dealing with some serious health issues. I've actually wondered if maybe you even had a weakened immune system after everything you went through. It's pretty serious what you've been dealing with. And I want people to know, like, we've had people reach out where it's the exact same thing that's happened to them.
No, I think he does want subscribers. I think he does want people to hear his story. He says that's part of his healing. There's nothing wrong with him wanting more subscribers. People don't make YouTube channels to not get subscribers. We all want subscribers. That wasn't a slam on him at all. You guys are so sensitive.
Share, you know, I've sent them to you. Like, they the same way, the same everything. This is so real and so frightening. And just, how is your health, Colby? Because we worry about you. What your fungal meningitis, you announced on your channel. So that's a big deal. It's bad.
It was horrible, right? Like right at the end, right when it was all supposed to be the closure of the sentencing for everything, that was going to be the end. You know, I woke up and had a TIA stroke, and that ended up being the fungal meningitis. So the only thing that sucks about fungal meningitis is it doesn't just go away. You have to just be patient and try to kill it. It's not supposed to be in your brain. It's not supposed to be up there causing issues. So it sucks. And it's definitely just one of those things you have to be really careful with. And so I've been to every doctor and specialist. They're taking good care of me, but it's something that I just work really hard to watch. And Kelsey has me, you know, being as healthy as possible. She's an amazing influence. She also roasts me every time we're on live, but that's okay. And we just, you know, we have fun. But yeah, my health has been something I'm just taking really seriously. And I also try to put back into the world and say, get your health checked out, you know, make sure you're taking care of you, make sure you're resting, make sure you're eating right, make sure you feel okay so you can function. Because as you said, Lauren, everybody's going through something in life and working hard, and it's hard to do this. It's hard to go to work. It doesn't matter what you're doing. So it's like, take care of yourself so you can function. So I'm trying to do that. But right now I'm okay. I just take it day by day and say, I'm okay today. I'm going to try to be okay tomorrow. So, but yeah.
That's all he can do.
I can let you have the last question, but I just think overall, I think ultimately my question is like full circle, like, what is it like now that we've gone full circle and we've talked about it? I know a lot of this episode, but what is it like when the whole world moves on and you're left still dealing with
She's positioning herself and Dr. John as the only ones who care. She's saying, the whole world's going to move on and you're going to be left by yourself. No, I'm not sick at all, Jamie.
And you're left still dealing with what these criminals did to you.
Yeah. That's an amazing question, by the way. I think my best answer to you is it feels, at first it felt a little lonely, to be honest with you, because everybody just goes from being so involved to nothing, right? It's like the saloon with the tumbleweed. And you're like, okay. But then I realized I understand it. It's not like it's coming from a dark place. People aren't just ignoring you. And again, I'm not looking for people to feel sorry for me or try to, do that. It's just, it's really.
I have never, ever gotten a pity party vibe from Colby. Ever.
Like, I'm going to continue to try to give my perspective, but it really feels weird because it was everybody's watching to nothing. And it's just definitely a big difference. But I hope that people can start to see me as Colby and see me as a person. And, the label of the Lori Vallow son, I get it. But it's like, I hope people can really just start to see that I'm my own person, separate from her. And regardless of what she's done, that, I have a purpose and I'm trying to help others. So I guess I try to look at it.
It's almost like she's trying to hold him back. Like, wow, how do you deal when everybody moved on? Like, he has who's important to him. Okay? Everybody who moves on are the fucking trial watchers. They don't matter. His wife, his children, his immediate family that he's involved with are who matters. And not you two fucking Joe Schmo clowns. He's very positive in his talking. And she's very negative. That's what I pick up. And why does he look so mad? God.
Get it from a positive way and say, I understand people aren't as watching now. It's all over for them. It'll never be over for me, but that's okay. People are just human beings. So I don't know. It's really just a process of trying to be better and then hopefully helping others in that process that I'm going through.
Yeah, I don't really have a better question to end. I would just summarize it by saying that it sounds like, well, a couple things, that the public drama is over, but the private pain continues, and it will be something you'll have to probably deal with your entire life, right?
Yeah.
And then maybe I'll end with something a little lighter, which is in the last conversation I had with Colby, or maybe it was the conversation. It was a couple of conversations before when I think Colby and I were just on together, and you were talking, Colby, about that idea that your entire family obviously was murdered.
Sorry, you keep talking. Sorry.
And you were alone. Were you trying to hold up?
What are you doing?
Was murdered.
Sorry, you keep talking. Sorry.
And you were alone. Were you trying to hold up?
I was just trying to answer the question on the screen. Keep going.
What the? You are a ditzy bitch, man.
Obviously was murdered.
Sorry, you keep talking. Sorry.
And you were alone. Were you trying to hold up?
I was just trying to answer the question on the screen. Keep going.
And somebody said, wouldn't it be great if Dr. John could adopt Colby, right? And
yeah.
Oh my word. Who said that? Hold on.
I was just trying to answer the question. Sorry.
Entire family obviously was murdered.
Sorry, you keep talking. Sorry.
And you were alone. Were you trying to hold up?
I was just trying to answer the question on the screen. Keep going.
And somebody said, wouldn't it be great if Dr. John could adopt Colby, right? And I saw it and I'm like, you know what?
Whoa. Does this look like a guy that's uncomfortable on camera? Someone said, who's someone? Who's Ray? I don't even know who Ray is, but who's somebody said that? Who? This is not normal.
Right. And I saw it and I'm like, you know what? That would be so cool. Like, he would be such a great son, right? Like, I wish I had the chance to adopt Colby.
Oh.
Oh my God. This is fucking weird. Why just John?
That would be so cool. Like, he would be such a great son, right? Like, I wish I had the chance to adopt Colby.
Oh.
So I saw that comment, Colby, and I wanted to put it out there. It was kind of a touching comment, and I never addressed it. I wanted to address it then, but we were like really deep into something.
Yeah.
And so I just want to say that in many ways, I feel like you are kind of my adopted son, and
Oh, Lord. Here we go. Wow. Wow. What a way to manipulate someone who doesn't have parents. What a way to manipulate someone who doesn't have parents. And I'm going to tell you right the fuck now. Both of my parents are deceased. And I'm a grown-ass woman. And I miss them terribly. Can you imagine someone inserting themselves in your life and positioning themselves? It's so fucking gross. And it comes across as, oh, they're so kind. They're so nice. No. No. I want to hear that again. And only Dr. John adopt Colby. Who the fuck would even say that in their chat?
I was just trying to answer the question on the screen.
Did Grayson put that in the chat? Because why is she interrupting with her notebook to answer? I'm sorry too, Lana. And it pisses me off because he lost his parents. He lost his siblings in the most horrific way.
Keep going.
And somebody said, wouldn't it be great if Dr. John could adopt Colby, right? And I saw it and I'm like, you know what?
John's smile, though. Woof.
That would be so cool. Like, he would be such a great son, right? Like, I wish I had the chance to adopt Colby.
Oh.
So I saw that comment, Colby, and I wanted to put it out there. It was kind of a touching comment, and I never addressed it. I wanted to address it then, but we were like really deep into something.
Yeah.
And so I just want to say that in many ways, I feel like you are kind of my adopted son, and I really appreciate you.
Yeah.
And I love the journey you're on, and thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
That means a lot to me. Seriously.
Yeah.
And I want to say one thing to both of you have been the same since I met you. Like, it's never changed. There's been nothing but just love and respect. And so, like, that's why it's so easy to always talk to you guys, because so many people will, like you mentioned, come in and kind of get what they need from you in that moment, and then they're out, right? It's never been like that.
Yeah, they had the long-term grift in mind, Colby. I'm sorry. Some people come and go. Some stick around like fucking leeches.
So I've always had a place in my heart for you guys and appreciate you, because it's more than just this. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
we want to keep supporting you. This relationship isn't over for us just because some of us have moved on, including us in covering, crimes.
Yeah.
But we care about you. We'll be following your journey, and we do hope that many of the people that journeyed with us on the Daybell case, that you keep supporting Colby too, because the journeys will never be over for you.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Please do.
And we're here for you whenever, or if you ever need.
Absolutely. Well, I just said I feel like he's my adopted son. So
you did. You said that.
That's a big commitment.
Oh my God, that's a big commitment. You hear this?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I just said I feel like he's my adopted son. So
You did.
That's a big,
you said that.
That's a big commitment.
On live YouTube.
That's a big.
Yeah,
right.
I love it.
I don't just
live YouTube.
I don't just put stuff like that out there, right? Like so.
Oh boy, solidifying the deal before they end the stream.
Yeah,
it's out there. Yeah. So he won't diagnose, but he'll let you know.
Yeah, that's not a diagnosis.
I won't diagnose you, but I'll adopt you. Yeah, he's really uncomfortable on cam. Whoever said that. This was live.
That's not an official diagnosis, guys. I'm done.
So we're good.
You have a serious enough medical diagnosis to deal with that I'm going to stay out of that.
Yeah, you better stay out of that, motherfucker. Because you've already crossed enough boundaries. They just got done talking to this guy, asking him, what does it feel like to lose your mother? What does it feel like to be sisterless, brotherless, motherless? What does that feel like? How do you deal with that? And then they sum it up and tie it up with a bow. I would like to adopt you. I have the commitment in you, Colby. Fuck you, John, and fuck you, Lauren.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Guys, okay,
Right.
I'm serious. One question for both of you. This is something that everybody gets on my head about is the Grease question. Grease 1 or 2 has been, they just won't leave me alone about it. I said
That's
one
what I
thing
tried
about
to
it.
hold
and-
up. That's what I tried to hold up. Can you see? Grease 1 was my
All right.
answer.
All right, I'm not going to say anything.
Oh, do you like Grease 2?
I didn't say anything. Listen, I was forced to watch movies by Lori, and Grease 2 was the one that was watched the most. I've watched them both, but I can't say anything or else I'm just going to get.
Oh, then I feel like I had the right answer. Then you're kind of implying that Lori maybe like Grease 2 more, and I like Grease 1, so that makes me feel good.
Then you win.
I love Grease
You
1.
win.
There's Grayson. Lauren, chat wants to know, Grease 1 or 2? Look at Lauren's picture. Or I mean Grayson's picture. Look. There she is. Hi, I look like Lauren. Look at me. Pathetic.
I love Grease 1. I don't like Grease 2. So it actually goes further. Grease 2, Grease 1, I love. You're the one that I want.
Pfeiffer, though.
Well, I'm glad you think I'm no better than them, Soyo, because I'm not sitting here with victims on my panel fucking manipulating and exploiting them. I don't know how I could even be compared when I'm simply sitting here minding my business on my channel reviewing an interview. How the fuck am I like them? Give me one similarity how I'm like them. Thanks.
Michelle Pfeiffer, come on now. Come on. I'm not gonna say anything. No, we can't get in this debate right now. I'm just saying if the chat's feeling up with it. They just get on me every day for this.
The good news here is I have no opinion on this.
Okay.
I can't
But
weigh
John
in.
likes
I can't weigh
Twilight.
in on this. I can't weigh in on this. I'm not.
So you can say Grease 2 if you want, but
Yeah, whatever. I'll say
So
what
John,
Colby.
just say Grease 1 and save yourself. Save yourself a lot of agony. Don't
It
even
is
say
Grease
don't
1.
even
I
say
mean,
Grease 2.
Yeah.
a happy wife, a happy life, just say Grease 1.
Yeah, Grease 1 for sure.
There you go.
Grease 1.
I would be
Oh,
very
man, that's a
upset
good
if I married a
Yeah,
Grease 2.
I
I'd be very upset if I married a Grease 2 guy. I'd
I
be
would-
like, this would be a marital. This would be a marital plot twist if you like Grease 2.
I love Grease 1, Colby. Then
There you go. I'm glad. Good. Don't say anything else.
So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah,
Oh man.
That's settled.
Olivia Newton-John and John Travolta forever.
Yeah, I mean, come on, John Travolta. Like,
And
2 days before the 9 hour. She's scared for her fucking life.
Olivia Newton-John. Love
What's
her.
the psychology of them flying off at the end by themselves in the car?
No, it's very like not
That
like.
ruined the whole movie for me.
Well, and how about like, for me growing up, in a religious home, there was a little concern about how the fact that like she was the good girl and he was
Right.
the bad boy, and in the
Right.
end, he doesn't become good. She's just like, whatever, I'm gonna put
He
this
just
leather
goes
jacket
bad.
on and go
Yeah,
wild. Yeah, and
Yeah.
like whatever, I'm gonna go bad. So that was not what I was taught growing up, but I can appreciate it a little bit more now.
so
Sometimes you got to do
would
it.
Chad have labeled her dark?
Yeah,
100%.
100%.
That's a dark movie. It's a dark
100%.
everything.
That's true.
100%.
That's true.
John, you are so fucking irresponsible.
Yeah, she would have been dark
She
for
would have
sure.
been dark.
Right.
So judge away, Chad Daybell, because Olivia picked John Travolta and the leather jacket, and I'm in.
Yeah.
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 And those leather Spain.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't find the dark and light thing fucking hilarious at all. That's why JJ and Tylee ended up dead. Was because Chad said they were dark. I'm glad they can make jokes about it. I don't know.
Thanks. She's got on.
Wait, what?
Yeah. John Travolta and the leather jacket, and I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
And
with
those leather Spanx she's got on.
Spanx?
Yeah. Well, what about you guys though? I mean, we're sitting here. Maybe you guys both maybe you and Kelsey both like Grease 2 more, and we're
Oh my
maybe.
God,
Here's the
who
thing, I'm
cares?
alone on my stance, but I'm not going to say what I had to say. I reviewed both movies. I watched both movies with my pen and my paper, and I wrote down 100,000 notes. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm not gonna
Kelsey
say-
has a
Welcome,
question for
Cassie.
you.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Dr. John, who is your favorite Twilight character? I love this because John watched all the movies on his own.
Yes,
alone,
John,
without me.
let's go.
Because of Lori. He learned because of you telling him that Lori
Let's
liked the movies.
go.
He
Dr. John watches Twilight. He doesn't look too happy about this.
watched them.
I'm gonna please say what I think. I hope you're gonna say what I just say it. I'm not gonna say anything else. Yeah, I know.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna blame you here, Colby,
Go ahead.
because when you told me in 2020 that your mother loved Twilight, of course I had to do some research.
Excuses,
And
excuses.
you were saying that there were moments in those
Jenny.
movies that would help me understand your mother. So
True.
I don't know why, but I did dive into the Twilight.
She's like, I'm gonna have to watch every movie now. Yeah.
But before I throw this out there, what you go first? Are you Team
I haven't
Edward?
watched them all.
Team Edward?
You are more well versed in Twilight than I will ever be.
Team Edward or
I don't. Who's the other one?
Jacob.
Oh,
So you either like so Edward's your vampire
which one's
sparkly.
Taylor Lautner?
Taylor Lautner's the wolf.
He's
Jacob.
Jacob.
I'm a Taylor Lautner fan.
Okay.
Bingo.
So I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm definitely Team Jacob.
There you go. There you go.
But,
My God.
Why does he remind me of a teenage girl? Linda, I'm with you. Very like incel vibes for sure. Girl next door, thank you for your super chat. There's a joke in academia that the craziest people are in the psych department because they're trying to figure out why everyone else is nuts.
But I mean, I'm hesitant to say that because he's the loser, right? Like,
He does lose.
but
He
it's
does
okay.
lose.
It's okay.
Well, it's okay. At the end of all things, the writer made him fall in love with their child who's a baby.
I feel like I'm
Wanna talk
watching
about
Geraldo back in the
Psychology
day.
behind that.
Did you watch up to that? Was that
Man, Colby, you're really throwing out some curveballs here.
Sorry, my bad. I'm just going off on a tangent.
Thanks,
I had to think
Diana.
about that one a little bit. Yeah, I actually didn't get through the whole series. I got to I didn't finish. What are the last two? I didn't finish the last two.
There's they broke the last book into 2 parts as they're doing now.
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
Movies, you have to go twice. So
Was
yeah,
that-
Breaking Dawn's the very end.
Breaking Dawn. I still
Yeah.
now that you're putting it out there, I'm gonna have to watch the 2 Breaking Dawns.
Yeah,
I got as far as the 2 Breaking Dawns.
you
but
got to know how this.
Team
all
Jacob.
ends.
I'm gonna try
Nice.
something. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I've got to try something. And then I actually
Thank
have
you,
a
Firefly.
flight you guys can keep talking Twilight,
Oh,
but I got
see? She's got a flight to catch. She's got a fucking flight to catch.
a flight to catch. But I'm gonna I actually have a flight to. You guys can keep talking Twilight, but I've got a flight to catch. But I'm gonna just try something out there. Taylor Lautner has now a very popular podcast called The Squeeze. Do you know about
Yes.
this? Yes.
Yes.
And I just want to give I don't know if this will ever reach him. But Taylor Lautner, have Colby on your podcast because Colby's mother, Lori, who's now behind bars, serial killer, watched Twilight and was perhaps inspired by Twilight. And I know that they have interviewed our dear friends, the Petitos. They've interviewed them.
Yep.
They've interviewed Ruby, Frankie's son, Chad, who the daughter, the Frankie daughter actually mentions your family's crimes in her book.
Right.
Sherry Frankie does.
Crazy.
There's a lot of reason that Taylor Lautner should have you on.
This is after CrimeCon, and this is 2 days before the 9-hour live.
The Squeeze. And so a big shout out to Taylor Lautner. Have Colby on your show.
And now us going Team Jacob, it should
Oh,
seal the deal. It
I've
should
been
seal
Tim
the
Jacob
deal,
since I
Colby.
was 14, man. Come
We're
on,
gonna
Taylor.
make this happen. We're gonna get you on the squeeze if we can.
Yeah. Anyway, I have a flight.
Yeah,
to
we
catch.
got to run here.
Yeah,
but-
you guys are good, man. I appreciate you a lot.
all right.
my flight.
Thanks, Colby.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Okay.
All right.
See you guys.
All right.
Good, man.
On the squeeze if we can.
Yeah. Anyway, I have a flight.
Yeah,
to
we
catch.
got to run here.
Yeah,
but-
you guys are
I have a flight to catch. I gotta go. I gotta go. We gotta go prepare for the 9-hour live. I gotta sit in my bed and cry like a bitch and lie to my audience.
good, man. I appreciate you a lot.
All
My
right.
flight.
Thanks, Colby.
Yeah. Thank you
Okay.
guys.
All right.
See you guys.
All right. Have a good night. Take care.
Bye bye. I don't know how to. Hi guys. We're figuring out. Did we end it?
Oh no, we're not gonna watch her. Woo! We made it through it, y'all. We made it through. That was Grayson, I think she was talking to. We're gonna get into the body cam now, but I have to take. I have to take a little potty break, if you will. But we had a Julie jump scare. We are gonna watch the body cam from CrimeCon, courtesy of Allegedly Speculating. This is all 4 body cams from CrimeCon. And this was posted 19 hours ago.
Likes me, everybody hates me. They want me to go eat some worms.
But I'm going to go use the ladies' room and grab a bottle of water, and we will get into that. Hold on 1 second, guys. Chat away. I'll be right back. Recover from what we just watched. Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. I hope you guys did your 7th inning stretch. We are going to walk through some of this body cam. Are you guys ready? Who's Joe? Oh, Schmo? Somebody said there are phone numbers mentioned, so be careful. Okay. I agree with that paper. Nate should have never trusted Lauren with anything. I'm still a little on the fence about Nate sharing that audio or that manuscript or whatever the fuck it's called. I think as a professional, he should have maybe clarified that it was okay to send out. I find that to be sus. And again, I'm not emotionally attached to Nate Eaton. I like his coverage. I like his news show. But that was a little weird. I mean, I've worked in the professional corporate world, and you just don't do that kind of shit without verifying, especially when you're in media. Like, you know that you're supposed to verify shit. Come on. It's journalism 101. You know what I mean? I'm trying to make this so you guys can see it all without me. Okay. I mean, just Nate should know better. Like, no, he's East Idaho News. I just think that she just heard him talking in line to Justin Lum. I guess Justin Lum and Nate got a copy, and she was like, oh, I didn't get my copy. So he forwarded it to her. Now, if I was Nate, I would have thought, well, maybe there's a reason you didn't get a copy, and I would have just kept things moving. But maybe he just tries to be too nice. I don't know. But if it, I know, but like, oh, it didn't come yet. Like, they should have all gone out at the same time. That's just, I don't know. I wouldn't have trusted it, but hey. I didn't get my copy yet. Okay, well, right. Like, just that I guess you're going to have to wait for it. I mean, sorry about your luck. You weren't on the list. Yeah, he might be naive, but he covers a lot of cases of murders and deaths and deception and manipulation. He's interviewed Lori Vallow. He ain't that naive. He ain't that fucking naive. I don't know. That's totally on him. I mean, I'm just saying. To blame it on being naive is a little naive in itself. He ain't naive. Southern Heathen says he ain't naive. Cassie says he knows the score. He wasn't naive when he was chasing Lori and Chad down the fucking parking lot with a camera and mic in their face. Come on. We should not be emotionally connected to any of the strangers on here. Healthy distance is the key. Yes, people. I love Nate Eaton. Oh, I love him. He would never do anything. I love him. I love him, love him, love him. I love all these people. I love Lauren. I love Colby. I love them. Stop it. CH says, these videos were originally obtained by Sleuthy. Credit where credit is due. Really? Where did Sleuthy post them? Because I'll give her the original credit. Where are they? I'm not trying to take credit for shit. So if you tell me where they originally came from, I will go there and I will give credit. This is where I was told they were. So please enlighten me. They're on Twitter. I have no problem giving credit where credit's due. They're on X. Let's see. Did she credit her? I got these from Strategic Eyes Patreon. That's where she got it from. Who's True Strategic Eye? Who's that? Hold on. True Crime with Strategic Eyes? Do you guys know this guy? He has 100,000 subscribers. She got him from his Patreon. Yikes.
Was served. Grayson's reaction is just disgusting, in my opinion. I have sped up parts that were quiet for an extended period of time.
It says right here, she got it from the Patreon. He's a cop? All right,
Hello,
here
ma'am.
we go.
Hello. Good. Are you Christina MacArthur? Perfect. Do you mind if I see your ID real fast? Okay.
Look how cute Christina looks. I'm going to put it on normal speed. So she was already sitting. So did she know they were coming? I wonder. He does sex crimes? Ugh, no thanks. I'm good on that. I can only take so many sex crimes. No, I know CH. I just want to make sure I get the, the original source correct. But this shit's going to go out everywhere. I requested it. I just haven't gotten it yet.
I have sped up parts that were quiet for an extended period of time.
So is she sitting here unknowing right now?
Hello, ma'am. Hello. Good. Are you Christina MacArthur? Yes. Perfect. Do you mind if I see your ID real fast?
Looked like she was expecting them.
Thank you.
Will I get off my snackies? Okay, hold on. Let's see, 1 sec. We gotta unload. Maybe I did. Oh yeah.
Perfect.
There you go.
Thank you.
Got her passport because poor girl was in England or something, or Europe, when the whole Boise thing happened, right? There's her passport. She was just out of the country when Lauren filed the stalking report and then decided to take an RO out on her.
All right, ma'am. Do you know what's going on here right now?
I mean, I can make a lot of assumptions.
Okay.
But I'm assuming yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you mind if I get a good phone number for you real fast?
Yeah, area code 615. I called you guys yesterday too.
Did you? Okay. 615.
Yes. This is yes. I called you guys yesterday. I had a feeling this was like she was gonna pull this.
Okay. So we just don't want to blindside you, right? We just want to make sure everybody's on the same page, okay?
No, I mean to what I obviously only know like what has happened like at my house.
Okay.
Like with that, but
Is
like
that like in Utah or?
Yeah, I live in Utah.
Okay.
So
5-1. Okay, perfect.
Well, all I have to say is listen. If there's a number in here, the cops release this. The Aurora Police Department released this. They redacted what they felt needed to be redacted. I'm not going to stress about it. You know what I'm saying? The cops released this as it is. That's not on me. Thank you, Jenna.
I have yeah, I mean, ask me questions. I don't know. You just tell me where to go.
I mean, so
Long story short, you're being served with a protective order.
Okay.
So you're not allowed to come within 500 feet of the respondent. You're not allowed to go to the convention. You can stay at the hotel, but you cannot go to the convention or 500 feet.
Question. I've had these tickets booked since last June.
Oh, he shook his head no. Let me boost the audio a little bit, guys. It's a little bit low. Hold on.
If you can stay at the hotel, but you cannot go to the convention or 500 feet.
Question. I've had these tickets booked since last June.
If you violated the judge's order, we will arrest you and you have to go to jail. We don't have a choice about that.
No, that's fine. I'm just asking questions. I know you're doing your job. 100%. I'm not crying because, it's just a lot. 500 freeze. Okay, so I understand you're doing your job. Can I ask questions?
Yes.
About it?
There's a copy of it for you.
I already have. I have a picture my husband sent me yesterday.
We'll leave you with a physical copy.
Yeah, just because we have to give, the physical copy to you, that way you have it for your records, and then we have to give one to our record department as well.
So, can I fight this here?
No.
This is going to be a Utah-based.
Yeah, so my question is, how do I, I've had these tickets since last June.
Mm-hmm.
She knew that. She never did. I ended my friendship with her.
Okay.
In April, it's the last time I ever spoke to her. I initiated. She's messaged me. I had police reports of her harassing me. I'm going to literally be fighting this.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the issue. The issue is I've had these since last June. When I ended my friendship, she didn't have tickets here at all. She knew I was coming here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. See, she didn't have tickets. She knew I did. I feel bad for her, man.
With that said, why am I getting punished when I've had these tickets? I'm sure they can look it up.
Mm-hmm.
For much, you know what I mean? I'm sure they can look it up. But this is.
And so I don't know if that's something you can take up with them as far as maybe a reimbursement or however you guys are trying to deal with that end, but that's going to be civil on that side, right? So
No,
we're just delivering the protection order, okay?
Yeah, I'm just asking, do you have, what can I do? I'm here with my friends,
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Like I said, they're not kicking you out of the hotel, but you can't come to the Crimecon, right? So you can stay at the hotel,
I know
just
that,
as long as you stay away from
I have
Lauren.
my friends are about to go on stage and present, and I'm bummed I can't see that either.
And I'm sorry, but that's
No, I
kind of
know.
the
Right,
unfortunate
so-
situation that we're in.
I know, it sucks.
And this
I
looks
feel
like, after reading it, it's a no contact order.
Oh, I've never contacted her.
So if there's other people listed in it that you're not allowed to contact,
I never saw other people, and
It's
I
in there,
wouldn't have
the
even
second
talked
page.
to anybody that
This guy's kind of a dick. He knows that she only had it texted to her by her husband, and he's like, there's other people you're not supposed to contact listed in here. I highly doubt she wants to talk to John. Give me a fucking break. Listen.
I've never contacted her.
so if there's other people listed in it that you're not allowed to contact,
I never saw other people, and
It's
I
in there,
wouldn't have
the
even
second
talked
page.
to anybody that she never.
Okay.
But my point is, I've done nothing wrong. I have her history of her pulling this stuff before with other police
so
reports.
when you go to court for this, because you're gonna have a court date.
Oh, it sucks. This is my
I understand, and I understand the frustration with it, but what the judge signs off on.
How did they get a signature on something that's not even
My partner and
real?
I can't deviate off this. So if anything's violated in this, from what the judge says,
Yeah, no, I
we have a
thank you for
legal
telling me this.
obligation. We have to
I
enforce
please
it.
do, and I'm not asking you not to.
So we'd
How
hate for
does-
something like this to happen where you
How do
get
I find
arrested
out how
over
this
this.
was approved?
I would hire an attorney and have your attorney go through it. And
It-
go
it
to-
has
But
the
how is this
judges.
even approved? Because these, I've done literally.
It's an
So
application
that's where
process.
the
You know how it was approved? A phony police report. That's how it was approved. She has no idea because she knows that she wasn't in Boise. She was in fucking Europe. So she's like, how was this approved? And I agree. Her jacket's fucking cute as hell.
It's an application.
That's from the
that's done
judge right
through the
there.
judge.
I know, but I want to how do I find? Because I might be at Crimecon, but I'm a rookie, so obviously she had to say something to be able to get this signed.
It's an application process that has to go through. You go to court, you apply for it. If the judge deems that it's necessary, the judge will grant it.
Okay.
So whatever she put in the application and whatever evidence she presented, the judge obviously agreed with it and issued it.
Okay.
So you do have a court date for it. It doesn't show it on here. I would reach out to the county and find out when the court date is. And then you can go to court and you can explain everything. And
I know this is why I came.
Well, this-
I came to your office in Aurora yesterday to
Wow.
avoid all this because
Wow.
literally.
She literally went to the police department. She didn't call them. She went there. the day before to try to get in front of this fucking mess because she knew how Lauren was. She actually went there. Proactive as fuck. Wow. Funny, Lauren didn't play this in the 9-hour or put it in her exhibitees.
Can explain everything. And
I know, this is why I came.
Well,
I came to your office in Aurora yesterday to avoid all this because
we
literally, this
police,
is like me having plans to go somewhere and someone else following me here and then telling me I'm the stalker.
Right.
Well, I'm sorry that this happened,
Like,
but unfortunately there's nothing that we can do.
I know.
And so this is, if you reach out to Utah, this looks like the case number that all the information regarding this protection order is going to be under, okay? I'm going to give you a business card. This is a case number that we're going to write our report under. We're just going to say that we served you, okay? That's why I had to get your ID, just say I positively identified you and served you, okay?
I respect what you do. Thank you. I'm not
appreciate it.
mad at you at all. I just
It's
have questions and thank you for answering what you could.
Yes, Ashley, to clarify, the police report was filed in Boise over Christina's friends in the restaurant and the carrot cake and the police escort. This girl here was in motherfucking Europe. She wasn't even there. And let's not forget that both Lauren and John want her to go to jail. Criminal charges on Christina is what John asked for, and so did Lauren. Criminal charges, jail. She has a baby for some TikToks.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
It sucks, but
Fortunately, the Utah has great laws, anti-slap laws. We're good. Ruin my vacation, run out anti-slapping on this one. But okay.
And then
wait.
She knows anti-slapping on this bitch. She's like, ruin my vacation, you gonna get slapped.
Run out anti-slapping on this one. But okay.
And then
so tell me what, I don't obviously want to go to jail.
Right.
So I can be in my hotel room.
Yeah.
And can I hang out in the bar with my friends at night?
if as long as it's not the CrimeCon convention and you're not within 500 feet of her or the other named parties that are on this.
Let me see, because I didn't see the one they stuck me.
These are all the people you're not allowed to come in contact with.
And then so you
just
can't
a general
contact
blanket statement. She could say anyone is a business.
Like I said, we don't have access to what happened in the Utah courts.
Yeah. I wonder how I do, how I go about that.
I would hire legal counsel and
No, yeah, thank you.
go that route. They can get all the stuff that they need and go from there.
Yeah. Okay. I appreciate it. Sorry, guys, that you had to come down here to do this today.
No problem.
No problem.
I'd rather have you.
I tried to, save you some time yesterday because.
We'd rather explain it to you. That way you know what you can and can't do instead of.
Yeah, whatever. She did the right thing by trying to get in front of it the day before. She's like, this is fucking ridiculous. She wanted everybody at this convention to see her, and she wanted to publicly also embarrass her. Lauren, you're fucking evil. You're fucking evil. People who get off on other people's public shaming are fucking gross.
Of accidentally violating it.
Yes.
And then, like I said, even if it's accidentally violated, we still have to arrest you.
No, totally.
And we don't want that, right? We want you to be here on vacation and enjoy what you can, right? So.
Yes. No, I respect what you do. That would be. I don't want to make you guys do that at all.
And that's the last thing we want to do.
Yeah. Any questions for me that I could? Okay.
I would just read through it, know what you can and can't do, and just use those as guidelines and don't violate it. Because it's no contact, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit.
I've never even contacted
It's all listed in there.
I know, I've never, literally not one time ever since ending my friendship with her have I contacted her at all, other than a response to a message she sent me.
Okay. And if she reaches out to you, by any means, then just try to form some type of documentation where like, hey, I'm not allowed to contact you, don't contact me.
No, I'm not even going to talk to her back.
Don't
No,
even
dude.
reply.
Okay.
I don't even.
Yeah, don't
no,
even
no,
reply.
no.
Yeah. What did he just tell her to respond back? What? If she reaches out to you, write her back and say, hey, I'm not. What? No, 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 Mr. Officer. Hold on. Hold on.
Any means, then
Catherine, what are you talking about?
just try to form some type of documentation where like, hey, I'm not allowed to contact you, don't contact me.
No, 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 no. Look at, thank God she's smarter than that.
Try to form some type of documentation where like, hey, I'm not allowed to contact you, don't contact me.
No, I'm not even going to talk to her back.
Don't
No,
even
dude.
reply.
Okay.
I don't even.
Yeah, don't
no,
even
no,
What I
no,
would do
like,
is if
a response to the message she sent me. Have I contacted her?
Okay, she says there is a message where Lauren contacted her and she didn't reply. You have to listen to the whole context.
Not one time ever since ending my friendship with her.
Listen.
Have I contacted her at all, other than a response to the message she sent me?
Okay. And if like she reaches out to you by any means, then just try to form some type of documentation where like, hey, I'm not allowed to contact you, don't contact me.
No, I'm not even going to talk to her back.
Don't
No,
even
dude.
reply.
Okay.
I don't even.
Yeah, don't even
What I
reply.
would do is if you start getting messages from her texting you, stuff like that, report it.
Yeah.
Get a report number, document it so
Oh,
that
yeah.
so whatever messages are sent or phone calls can be uploaded into digital evidence. That way there's a record of it that she reached out to you, you're not reaching out to her.
Yeah, that's better.
Oh my God, Catherine Freestone. If you say Watts, you lose a fucking testicle. Get the fuck out of here. This has nothing to do with the Watts. This has nothing to do with any of that. But nice try. And you're one less testicle than you were a minute ago.
Any of the other people that are in there.
Oh.
Because it's no contact on your end.
No, I'm.
So
you don't-
even if you
they-
replied,
I'm like I don't even nothing. I'm not even replying. No.
yeah, because even if you reply to her saying, you know, I gave you a temporary protection order, and you say, yeah, I know, you just violated it because you responded to her.
That makes sense.
Okay, that's so.
So you
that's
don't
good to
wanna-
know. I'm not planning on that.
I'm
but-
just telling you
No,
so
no, I
you
know.
know, so
No,
that
I'm
way-
so glad you do. Keep telling me all the things I need to know. I don't want to accidentally. Well, heck no.
It's just the CrimeCon from the 5th through the
How come
7th.
it? How come?
And 500 feet within her, and the internet stuff and phone calls is what I saw in there.
Oh,
But I'd read over it, to make sure that you're good with it.
Yes, dude. I'm ready. She's the one harassing me and gets to pull this. Yeah, I have I've kept like a binder of all of her, even the Utah law around that, just because I was a little worried. Like my husband said that someone came to the house yesterday, and I was like, well, looked up Utah law to make sure I wasn't breaking any laws by being here, and that's why. Anyway, I went to Utah law, and it said it had to be served directly to me. So that's why, and I called an attorney this morning, and she was like, just be you, live your life. Essentially, I'm just here, being with my friends. It's just unfortunate, but sorry.
It's okay. Do you have any other questions?
No. Okay. No. I think you answered them.
Okay.
Do you guys have a phone number I can call if I do think of any
So my,
Oh, yeah.
my contact information is on there as well as my email address.
Okay.
you
Just
have any
because
questions?
I don't know. Right now I'm clearly for some reason emotional.
Understand.
We're working
So
here
ruining
till.
my makeup.
Well,
Yeah.
we're sorry we did that.
No, not you guys. My freaking body.
Yeah, you can tell that Lauren is extremely jealous of her. Extremely. She's beautiful, naturally beautiful.
Wrote that, crying. Yeah. No, there was one moment yesterday where I saw her, I immediately went to security and got behind her. Not behind her, behind the security end, just to say,
Wow.
I do not want to be around that woman.
Wow. So she said that the day before she saw Lauren and she got behind security and said, I do not want to be around that woman. Listen to that again.
Makeup.
Well,
Yeah.
we're sorry we did that.
No, not you guys. My freaking body around that, crying. Yeah. No, I saw. I mean, there was one moment yesterday where I saw her. I immediately went to security and got behind her. I mean, I got not behind her, behind the security end, just to say, do not want to be around that woman.
Oh, I understand.
So,
and you could also, if the harassment keeps going that way, you can
I'm-
apply for a protective order against her. It's
No,
your
yeah,
right
I
as
kind of
well.
wanted to do that yesterday too. That's why I was trying to I have the report for that yesterday, just because I'm like, dude, I have all the litany of evidence of her harassing me. It's dumb. Not dumb with you, it's dumb that someone else uses the police as a weaponizing police.
Weaponizing police. There you go.
Bing bang.
And I'm just talking a lot. Anyway, okay. So I need to tell my friends. And can I just go? I don't want to be it's kind of embarrassing to be escorted. Can I walk with them? Like outside? Like, can I walk with them out?
To the
Crimecon
hotel.
people? To like just the hotel, like my elevator?
We'll go talk to them. I have no issue with that.
Yeah.
That way you're
It's
not
like-
being
it's kind of
escorted by us.
embarrassing.
That's fine.
She'll take pictures of that.
Oh yeah.
Well, we'll ask Mr. Bruce if he'll do that. Would you be willing to escort her back to the elevator so she can go to the hotel room? Sorry, I didn't catch it. Oh, would you guys be willing to escort her back to the elevator so she can go to the hotel room so she's not being escorted by the police? That's her only request. Of course. He'll escort you to the rooms, to the elevator. That way we're not walking over there. Okay? Thank you. You're welcome. I'll catch up with you. Okay.
Thank you.
Hold on.
You're welcome. I'll catch up with you.
Look at all these people. How fucking embarrassing.
Orders
I wonder where Lauren and Grayson are right now.
served into contact.
Do we know where the other half is?
I think she's gonna be a presenter, so we'll go give it to her.
A presenter? She said she was a presenter?
I think she's gonna be a presenter, so we'll go give it to her.
TPO's been served in contact.
Wow.
Bill's been served into contact.
Love Bodycam, but I want to know all about life.
Detective Hanson.
Hello, I'm Christina.
Christina,
Nice
nice
to
to
meet
meet
you.
you. Let's go into sit down.
I guess this is another one? Wait, hold on. What just happened? This is Bodycam 2. Hold on. So this ended at 15:41. This one starts at 15:07. So they're out of order. This is the first one. We're watching them out of order.
Nice to meet you. Let's go into sit down. Nice to meet you.
I want to know all about life.
Bill's been served into contact.
Love Bodycam, but I want to know all about life.
Detective Hanson.
Hello, I'm Christina.
Christina, nice to meet you.
So it is Detective Hanson. This isn't just a street cop. This is a detective. Yeah, we know she wasn't a presenter.
Let's go into sit down.
Well, when you present yourself as a presenter, they're going to automatically give you more clout, right?
All right.
Let me just put him inside and then.
Is that Grayson right here? Is this Grayson? Can anybody tell?
Let me just put him inside and then, or do you need him?
I'm gonna need him. I think.
Yeah.
What room are we?
Nah, that ain't Grayson.
Let's We don't have the entire.
Good. Randy. All right. Do you know what's going on here?
I was just a little calling.
Okay. Shit. How do you put these on silent? I forgot.
Oh, to like mute it?
Yeah.
You just hold that one.
Wait a minute. So I'm taking it all of the rooms were locked or something?
Or they all have.
Oh, see, I wouldn't want to fast forward through all that. I want to see who was there. Hold on.
You just hold that one.
We're going to slow it down. Hold on. We're going to slow it down so we can see it. Hold on.
Or they all have.
Damn, it's still fast. I need to get my mitts on the originals. I can't slow... Well, I can slow it down a little bit more. Damn, look at this lady's hair. I don't see anybody I recognize, though. How fucking embarrassing, though. All these fucking people. They think she's a presenter that makes it an actual work event rather than the hanging out with my nerdy friends like everyone else. Thank you, Brianna. You're right. Oh, I did slow it down, y'all. I did. As much as I could.
What's her name, Lauren?
Lauren Matthias.
Mathis.
They called her Lauren Mathis?
Mathis.
Hello?
Hello, is this a Miss Lauren Mathis?
This is Grayson Muir. I'm her producer.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Next door.
Okay, perfect. This is Officer Vovon with the Aurora Police Department. We're just trying to find her.
Grayson. Fucking Grayson. Answers Lauren's... or oh, no. Grayson probably called and gave her number.
Hello?
Hello, is this a Miss Lauren Mathis?
This is Grayson Muir. I'm her producer.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Next door.
Okay, perfect. This is Officer Vovon with the Aurora Police Department. We're just trying to find her to give her copy of the protection order.
Oh, okay. Where can we meet you guys?
We are right now, we're right outside Aurora Ballroom B. I don't know if that's easier for you or harder.
We can come to you. She was served, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And so she's gone.
We can come to you. She was served, correct? So she's gone. Hear this, bitch? They thought she was going to get kicked out all together.
Harder?
We can come to you. She was served, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And so she's gone.
Yes, so she understands, and she's not at the CrimeCon.
Yeah, this is new.
Okay, great. We will come meet you guys. We're in like Creator Row, which is like the top floor, kind of by like the Starbucks. So we'll come towards you guys.
Oh, we're right over there. Okay, yeah, I think we're right there too. We can meet you by the coffee bar place. Okay, we'll be standing there. Thank you. All right, bye. You didn't have contact enough.
Holy shit. Look at all these people. Wow. Hold on. We're such stalkers. It's still fast, even on slow. I'll have to get the original somehow, and so we can like slow it down and zoom in. You know what I mean? Because I heard that at one point they walked past where Christina was talking to the cops. It's muted right now. They're waiting for the fucking Dumb and Dumber to come down. I wonder what they're talking about. They take their sweet time, huh? So this is 3, then there's 4. Oh, here we go. Oh, here comes bitch 1 and bitch 2. Here we go.
Good, good. Are you a Miss Lauren? Lauren Grayson. Okay, perfect.
Did you get a copy of this yet?
Yeah, we provided them to you guys. We have
Okay,
copies.
so you already have a copy? So we'll give you another copy.
Okay. Hi,
So-
Sorry, there was somebody walking by that is friends with her, so I just wanted to look down for a second. I apologize.
There was someone walking by that's friends with her, so I just wanted to look out for a second. Look at these eyes. Crazy eyes. Girl, you paranoid as fuck.
Okay, so you already have a copy? So we'll give you another copy.
Hi,
So-
sorry, there was somebody walking by that is friends with her, so I just wanted to look down for a second. I apologize.
My partner and I, we explained everything to her, what she can and can't do, where she can be and can't be. And we thoroughly explained if she does violate it, she will be arrested. So,
And she understands.
yeah, we gave her, it's official, we served her, gave her a copy. I already have the NCIC hit. We just got to call our records and say we served her with a copy of it.
Who is she staring at like that? What is going on? Who is she staring at, y'all? Yeah, we know she's not a speaker or a presenter. She's like staring between the two cops, Chucky. She's very excited. It's weird, dude. What in the actual fuck's happening?
I already have the NCIC hit. We just got to call our records and say we served her with a copy of it.
And then I'll get you a business card. We just got to write a quick little report that we served it, and then you can have it for your records as well.
Thank you, officers or detectives. Sorry, I don't know.
This is scaring me. Dude, this look, I don't know what to call it, but look, guys. Grayson. What the fuck? They're both nuts. What? What's going on?
You a business card. We just got to write a quick little report that we served it, and then you can have it for your records as well.
Thank you, officers or detectives. Sorry, I don't know.
No, officers.
Okay.
Thank you.
Nah, something ain't right. Something ain't right. No, let's not bring autism into this, okay? No. Let's not bring autism into this. This is called obsession, in my opinion. Milky, I have no idea.
I'm not that cool. I'm Vovon.
Vovon?
Yes, ma'am.
And Raymer?
Mhm.
Thank you guys.
You're
Thank
welcome.
You. We appreciate it. You guys have
I was talking to Bob and Joe this morning. I was like, this is the first people that listen to us.
Well, we got information emailed to us the other day.
Yeah.
So we kind of already had a head.
We got an email. Look at her. She's like, yeah, because I sent it.
Up of what was going on.
Excuse me.
So, but with these, they're not official until you put a copy in somebody's hands.
Right. And that's happened now.
So now she has a copy of it. I left it with her. So.
Thank you.
Thank you. And real fast, do you mind if I just get your, do you have like an ID if I could take a picture real fast? Just, like I said, just so I could put it in the report.
Absolutely,
that
I understand. Yeah.
And it's a no, it seems like it's a no contact order, so there's not allowed phone, internet, any of that stuff.
Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. We appreciate it.
Look at Miss Priss's fucking toes. I can't with these two. I literally cannot.
Sorry about that.
No. You're fine. We appreciate it.
Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. We appreciate it.
I have this and a driver's license. Do you have a preference?
Whatever's easier. Probably the driver's license. Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, and there's Lieutenant. Go grab Lieutenant.
What?
Okay. Oh, and there's Lieutenant. Go grab Lieutenant.
Oh my God, she did not just do this. Is that the guy from Delphi she's waving to? Hold on. What in the actual fuck? Hi, Lieutenant. It's Lieutenant Holman.
Okay. Oh, and there's Lieutenant. Go grab Lieutenant.
Go grab Lieutenant Holman. Who's she telling to go grab Lieutenant Holman?
Okay. Oh, and there's Lieutenant. Go grab Lieutenant.
Perfect. I'll get these back to you, ma'am. And then, real fast, if I can just get your phone number, or the phone number I called works.
The phone number, pardon?
The phone number I just called. Does that one work for you?
That one works. That's my producer,
Okay.
Grayson Yore. He's on there. I'm the, what do you call it? The person that his name is official. So they have your phone number.
I'm the person that's name is official. She's got fear of missing out. Look at her. FOMO.
It's called. Does that one work for you?
That one works. That's my producer, Grayson Yore. He's on there. I'm the, what do you call it? The person that his name is official. So they have your phone number. Do we want to give him mine too? Probably Lauren Matthias.
Okay.
And it's
Really? They don't even have your number? Talk about clean hands. They've gotten an email. They've gotten calls. And none of them came from the person. What do you call it? I'm the one official
what do you
one.
call it? The person that his name is official. So they have your phone number. Do we want to give him mine too? Probably Lauren Matthias.
Okay.
And it's let's put this on the table for someone to see it, but I don't want to. It'll do more. It'll do more work. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Yep. Like I said, we're just gonna write up a quick little report that we served to her, and then give you guys your copy that you gave us back.
Okay.
And then we'll.
She is aware that it's no phone contact, like you said. So if there's any messages that are sent, emails, anything like that, that's a violation of it.
Yeah, she's been putting threats on social media, but I think that it's on there. It's
She's not allowed to do any of that.
Okay. She knows no TikTok.
She knows everything. I said
She's
it's
just
a
given a copy. Yeah.
I said
She knows no TikTok. Way to look out, Grayson. Grayson, who are you staring at, weirdo?
Okay. She knows no TikTok.
she knows everything.
She knows no TikTok. She says it all sassy. Watch.
She's not allowed to do any of that.
Okay. She knows no TikTok.
She knows everything. I said
She's just given a copy, yeah.
I said it's a no contact order. I said read over it. Whatever the judge puts in here, we can't deviate from it. You will be arrested if you violate this.
Okay.
Thank you guys.
All right, thank you.
No problem.
officers. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
You guys have a good time.
Thank you.
We
Enjoy
feel
the rest
it.
of your weekend. Take care.
And contact.
And the contacts.
You want to go to the
Okay, so this must be number 4. This is the different angle, I guess. They're waiting for the dum-dums. Yeah, very strange. Oh,
Lauren?
we get a better we get a better view.
I'm Grayson.
Okay.
Lauren and I'm Grayson.
Lauren and I'm Grayson.
Okay. So, did you get a copy of this yet?
Yeah, we provided them to you guys. We have
Okay.
copies.
So you already have a copy? So we'll give you another copy.
Okay. Hi.
So-
Sorry, there was somebody walking by that
He's friends with her.
was friends with her, so I just wanted to look down for a second. I apologize.
My partner and I, we explained everything to her, what she can and can't do, where she can be and can't be. And we thoroughly explained it. If she does violate it, she will be arrested.
Okay. Thank you.
So,
And she
I wonder what she's staring at. She is a wild one, man. Thank you for your super chat, Nikki.
understands.
yeah, we gave her, it's official, we served her, gave her a copy. I already have the NCIC hit. We just got to call our records and say that we served her with a copy of it.
Okay. Thank you guys.
What's the NCIC? What does that mean? Why would she be in the N? What does that mean? I already have the NCIC hit. Her badge says CrimeCon Denver 2025. It's a database. They put these restraining orders in there. Oh.
It's official, we served her, gave her a copy. I already have the NCIC.
I mean, I knew what NCIC, I thought it was like, you know, when they arrest someone and they go into the database and they look for like fingerprints or whatever. But why would she be put in there? She's not a criminal. Why is she an NCIC? I guess I'd have to look into that. It holds a lot of stuff, I guess. Okay. Huh. I didn't realize that. I didn't know if you weren't convicted of a crime that you would end up in there. From a temporary RO, you go in NCIC? That's kind of scary, man. That's putting her in a whole fucking database? Fuck that.
We just got to call our records and say that we served her with a copy of it.
Okay. Thank you
I'll
guys.
get you a business card. We just got to write a quick little report that we served it, and then you can have it for your records.
Thank you, officers or detectives. Sorry, I don't know.
Officers.
Okay.
Look how, why is she smiling like this? That's wild. I didn't realize that it put her in a national database. I don't like that at all. That's really fucked up. I didn't realize that went along with it.
What were your guys' names?
Yeah.
Raymer.
Vaughn and Raymer?
Mhm.
Thank you guys.
Thank you,
welcome.
officers.
We appreciate
I don't like this at all. This is
Vaughn and Raymer.
Mhm.
Thank you guys.
Thank you,
welcome.
officers.
We appreciate where we're at. You guys have. I was talking to Bobby Joe this morning. I was like, this is the first people that have listened to us.
when I was talking to Bobby Joe this morning. Who's Bobby Joe? What is going on here? Wait, hold on. Did someone say who Bobby Joe was? I got to scroll back. Grayson mentioned Bobby Joe, who was a detective in the James Craig case. Oh my God. The James Craig case. I told Bobby Joe, this is the first people that have listened to us. So she told a guy that was there for CrimeCon about Christina. Dude, these people cross so many lines. She was talking to, oh my God.
What were your guys' names?
Yeah.
Raymer.
Vaughn and Raymer?
Mhm.
Thank you guys.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. We appreciate where we're at. You guys have, I was talking to Bobby Joe this morning. I was like, this is the first people that have listened to us. And
Well, we got information emailed to us the other day,
yeah.
so we kind of already had a heads up of what was going on.
Yeah.
So, but with these, they're not official until you put a copy in somebody's hand.
Right. Right. And that's happened now.
So now she has a copy of it. I left it with her. So.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Real fast, mind if I just get your, you have like an ID picture real fast? Just, like I said, just so I can put it in there.
Absolutely. I understand. Yeah. Just.
And we all, and it's a no, it seems like it's a no contact order, so there's not allowed phone, internet, any of that stuff.
Oops. Sorry about that.
Where'd Grayson go? Where the fuck did Grayson go? Because didn't she say in the other one? So that means no TikToks?
Internet, any of that stuff.
Oops. Sorry about that. This, I have this and a driver's license. Do you have a preference?
Whatever's easier.
What does she have? Little buttons? Are those little buttons she's handing out? Susan's gonna meet us. That's what she said. Susan's gonna meet us. Susan Hendrix. Susan Hendrix called.
Okay. Oh, there's a TikTok off the top.
There's the wave right there. Oh, grab Jerry Holman.
Okay. Oh, there's a TikTok off the top.
We can only get this much because he covers it up. Pins. Susan's gonna meet us.
And then real fast, if I could just get your phone number. Or the phone number I called works.
The phone number, pardon?
The phone number I just called, does that one work for you?
That one, that's my producer, Grayson Yore. He's on there. I'm the, what do you call it, the person that his name is official. So they have your phone number. Do we want to give him mine too? Probably Lauren Matthias. Okay. And it's... Let's put it on the table for someone to see it. But I don't want to... It'll do more... I'll put it here. It'll do more work. Yeah.
Okay.
It'll do more... Let's put it on the table for someone to see it. But I don't want to... It'll do more... I'll put it here. It'll do more work. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Did she hand her the pamphlet from the cops? I don't want people to see it.
Let's put it on the table for someone to see it. But
What is that? Yeah, don't ever play poker, y'all.
I don't want to... It'll do more... I'll put it here. It'll do more work. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Yep. Like I said, we're just gonna write up a quick little report that we served.
Thank you.
And then give you guys a copy that you gave us back.
Okay, great.
And then she is aware that it's no phone contact, like I said. So if there's any messages that are sent,
Oh, here it is.
emails, anything like that, that's a violation of it.
Yeah, she's been putting threats on social media, but I think that it's on there.
It says it on
Yeah,
there.
she's not allowed to do any of that.
Yeah, and she knows no TikTok.
She knows no TikTok.
It says it on there.
She's not allowed to do any of that.
Yeah, and she knows no TikTok.
She knows everything. I said
She
it's
was
a
given
no
a copy,
I
yeah.
said it's a no contact order. I said read over it. Whatever the judge puts in here, we can't deviate from it, and we'll be arrested if you violate this.
Okay. Thank you.
And they heard that, and then they put Joe Schmo on camera duty. This can affect other civil matters like divorce or custody. It's very damaging. Thank you, K-Dubs, for the super chat. And that's so true. That's so true. This is when they put into motion to get her arrested. Thank you, Megan, for putting that in the chat.
We appreciate it. Thank
No
you,
problem.
officers.
Yeah, CH. Joe on still camera and Megan the videographer.
Appreciate it.
You guys have a good time.
Thank you. We feel relieved. Thank you.
We feel relieved as she whips her head around. Head on a fucking swivel. You are unreal, Lauren Matthias.
Officers, I appreciate it.
You guys have a good time.
Thank you. We feel relieved. Thank you.
In contact. You want to go?
Unbelievable. Yeah, this shit was so contrived, it's disgusting. And they falsely claim she was already in violation of the order by being there. Grayson has a yeah. Is that Gucci? I don't know. I feel like all this was planned, contrived, and there you go. That face says it all. Grayson's a little monster. How do they pay for these bags? Either they're knockoffs. If they're not knockoffs, they're making way too much fucking money off victims. I'll tell you that. I think she just likes to please Lauren. I think she wants praise from Lauren. And I think praise is probably very hard to get from Lauren. And she kind of has like this challenge in front of her to get what she wants. It's fucking weird, dude. I don't know. I don't know how else to describe it. Ooh, body cam from the Boise thing. She gets her clothes sent to her when she travels. She rents them. Aw, how sweet. Yeah, none of that impresses me either. I could give a two fucks what your brand purse is, what brand clothing you wear. All I know is Grayson needs to be tying this shit up a little tighter. Because, girlfriend, what are you showing in there? I hope she has something underneath this. Because there's some opening there. Ugh. I feel like they should be ashamed of themselves too, Margaret. It's sick. Oh, shit. She said my wife and I? Oh, I didn't catch that. Yeah, that's what they say. She rents her purse or rents her clothes. Christina is beautiful. Way better style, too. Ew, Olive, we definitely don't need that. Ew. Lori Hellis said there were excessive cops at this CrimeCon, and it was odd. Well, someone said something about that Hendrix lady asked for more security because of Delphi. Is that true? My chat just froze. I could have sworn that Hendrix said something about Delphi. There was some kind of report or something that I found. Do you guys remember that? Where did I see that? There was something with Susan Hendrix, and she was like, they had to beef up security because of the Delphi investigators were getting threats or something. Louis Vuitton card, just like someone else's Best Buy card. Right, Kalina? Your name is so pretty. Thank you for being a member for 6 months. Oh, I think it was in the CrimeCon. Yes, the Delphi panel. That's right, Shabugs. Yep. So that could be why too, right? And it kind of worked in Walwyn's favor. Kind of worked in Walwyn's favor. Oh, of course she's going to frame herself how she wants to be viewed. And that was as a presenter who needed to be there. She needed to be there more than Christina. She's more important than Christina. Pam J., welcome back, girl. I know this ain't your first time in Cooterville, but I'm going to welcome you in anyways, like it's the first time.
Y'all welcome to Cooterville. Come on in, and remember, close your legs.
Well, I guess that's a wrap for me today, guys. I'm going to send you guys over to Nonsense. It looks like, or Kresha. Which one? Whichever link I just clicked. I'm going to get you in the Cooter DeVille in just a second. Don't go nowhere. Because I think Kresha and Nonsense are actually like restreaming. Like both of them. Headline Crime Susan. Second short. Oh, okay, let's watch it real quick. Hold on. Headline Crime Susan. How long have Lauren and Susan known each other? But Nonsense and Kresha are dual streaming right now. We're going to watch this short really quick, though. I'd love to dive into this shit. Oh, here it is. Extra. Thank you, Lindsay.
Hey everyone, I'm in Denver, Colorado, getting ready to go downstairs, CrimeCon 2025.
Wait a minute. So she was making this video. Oh, fuck you. Fuck all these people. Listen, she was in her room making this video, and then when she was done, she called fucking Grayson and said, I'll meet you. This was all concocted. She posted this while they were speaking with the cops by Starbucks. And then she phoned up Grayson, and Grayson was like, Susan's going to meet us. Wow. And these people call themselves True Crime, the ex-CNN anchor.
Hosting a panel today with Lieutenant Jerry Holman and lead Carroll County Prosecutor Nick McClelland. There were no cameras in the courtroom, as many of you already know. And so they'll be talking about what went on inside of court, and they're open to answering questions from the crowd. This is a first for me, though. I've been to about, I think, 5 or 6 crime cons, and it's a first where they're upping the security in the crowd because of the pushback. And
meanwhile, she knows that Lauren and Grayson are down there with a fucking RO against Christina. And she's going to go meet them to go to the Holman. Go grab Jerry Holman. Lauren in her wave. Susan's going to meet us. They were all together. Think about it, y'all. Think about it. Go grab him. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I would say threats to kind of show up and disrupt the panel on the CrimeCon Facebook page. So there'll be extra security, hopefully.
On a Facebook page, someone said they were going to crash the stage. Are you fucking women serious right now? Who believes this? On a Facebook page, they're going to beef. Stop it. I'm going to crowd surf at CrimeCon. Call in the fucking U.S. Army reserves. She said she's going to crowd surf. Oh my God. Oh, how fucking dumb do they think we are? I think this was all part of the plan.
They won't be needed. And we will be talking about the questions that you have, that so many people have. So if you have a question now, put it in the comments below, and I'll ask Jerry and or Nick.
Oh, there you go. Because Lauren's got Jerry. I'm going to go meet her right now. Her and Grayson. This was all planned.
So many questions out there. And Nick did say he understood because there weren't cameras there. And I asked him last night when we met to kind of go over the panel, did he ever for a second think that they had the wrong guy maybe? And he said, absolutely not. And the investigation, keep in mind, went on for 6+ years, and several people were investigated. And Richard Allen, they could tie to the crime scene. And keep in mind also that that was his alibi. Good morning, hi.
Why? I have her audio boosted. Do you have a little more confidence than that? Why are you whispering? What the fuck?
Bridge. A lot to discuss. Also, how much CrimeCon has meant to the families. That's a panel I'll be hosting tomorrow.
Oh, God.
With a family member. So today is law enforcement, the attorney Nick McClelland, also Jerry Holman, and his wife is here. I got to know her too. So I'm excited for this panel. Hopefully the extra security won't be needed.
His wife is here too. Who gives a fuck? God, these people think so fucking highly of themselves off the backs of murders. Fucking weird.
Hey everyone, I'm in Denver, Colorado, getting ready to go downstairs, CrimeCon 2025, hosting a panel today with Lieutenant Jerry Holman and lead Carroll County Prosecutor Nick McClelland. There were no cameras in the courtroom, as many of you already know, and so they'll be talking about what went on inside of court, and they're open to answering questions from the crowd. This is a first for me though. I've been to about, I think, 5 or 6 crime cons, and it's a first where they're upping the security in the crowd because of the pushback.
Funny she shifted when she started talking about the upping of security. But she's talking about the upping of security because of pushback. Meanwhile, her BFF and Grayson are down there talking about the RO that was served on Christina. Nah. I think these people are all involved. They knew exactly what was fucking going on. Lauren, you are evil.
Back. And I would say threats to kind of show up and disrupt the panel on the CrimeCon Facebook page. So there'll be extra security. Hopefully they won't be needed. And we will be talking about the questions that you have, that so many people have. So if you have a question now, put it in the comments below, and I'll ask Jerry and or Nick. So many questions out there, and Nick did say he understood because there weren't cameras there. And I asked him last night when we met to kind of go over the panel, did he ever for a second think that they had the wrong guy maybe? And he said, absolutely not. And the investigation, keep in mind, went on for 6+ years, and several people were investigated.
6+ years. Do these all these people have dentures?
Tie to the crime scene, and keep in mind also that that was his alibi. Good morning, High Bridge. A lot to discuss. Also, how much CrimeCon has meant to the families. That's a panel I'll be hosting tomorrow.
How much CrimeCon has meant to the families. Good grief. Ugh.
With the family member. So today is law enforcement, the attorney Nick McClelland, also Jerry Holman, and his wife is here. I got to know her too.
And why do they all have the same hair? This is Susan Hendrix. She's the one that wrote the declaration for Lauren. She's the ex-CNN anchor.
So I'm excited for this panel. Hopefully the extra security won't be needed. Hey everyone, I'm in Denver, Colorado.
There we go. Setting that stage. Unbelievable. Well, that's a wrap for me today, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. We're going to listen to the musical while we get in the Cooter DeVille.
A cooter DeVille. I think the devil drives a cooter DeVille.
Thank you to Olive.
I saw the dreadlocks over the hill. Not against her will. I got time to kill. Way down in Cootersville. Okay.
You guys get in and buckle up. We're going to go over to, I can't remember if I'm redirecting to nonsense or difficult research, but they're both live. They're dual streaming right now. So actually go to both and hit the like for them. And thanks to Olive again, the musical. I'm going to put this in the description of the video and you guys please share it out. Share it everywhere. It's gold. Have a great day, Cooters. I'm hoping the credits roll, but if they don't.
Hey, everyone.
Fuck.
I've never been more nervous.
Hold on.
Alive in my entire life. And I've done a lot of lives. And this is not a lie or a show that I ever wanted to do.
Here we go.
Never thought I would have to do. And this has been ongoing for months. What I have been dealing with. This is not drama. Hidden true crime doesn't get involved in drama. We stay very clear from that. And those of you that know us know that. So I hope that nobody calls this drama ever again. In fact, it's so real life. What has been going on with my family and with me for months that I decided to go to where I felt would protect me. And that was the courts and legal. And I filed a civil stalking injunction. Somehow someone decided to let Law and Crime know about my civil stalking injunction. Law and Crime decided that they deserve to have cameras in the courtroom while I am explaining what my family has been going through for months. That Law and Crime, I don't know, is it a slow true crime month? They thought that my family's pain should be live streamed on their trial channel. I am a limited public figure. I'm just a mom who has a YouTube channel. I'm not Johnny Depp. I'm not Amber Heard. I'm not Gwyneth Paltrow. I am a mother trying to protect my family, and I am a journalist who has never ever in my life heard of anyone streaming of civil stalking injunction. Because of what Law and Crime did, I had to dismiss my civil stalking injunction. And I find it disgusting that anyone would want to do that to me or my family. I wanted to keep this private. I wanted to keep my pain and the bullying and the abuse and the harassment and the defamation and the pain that I have been dealing with behind the scenes for months. I wanted to keep it private, not live stream to millions of people watching War and Crime. I'm gonna take back my narrative, and I'm gonna own my narrative, and I'm gonna tell you everything tonight. We're gonna go through every filing. We're gonna go through a lot. My hand has been forced. I am very uncomfortable sitting here. Do you wanna know wrath of a mother? I am a limited public figure. I'm just a mom who has a YouTube channel. I'm not Johnny Depp. I'm not Amber Heard. I'm not Gwyneth Paltrow. I am a mother trying to protect my family, and I am a journalist who has never ever in my life heard of anyone streaming of civil stalking injunction. Do you want to know wrath of a mother?
Here I am.
But you always watch one crime. Can we just call her Warren? Warren. Instead of Lauren. Warren. Warren. One crime.